It's just a public service announcement sponsored by.
What up?
Nothing. I'm excited for another Jay Free show.
I get so excited because like all the Ja from Scranton show logos and everything like that is all just like awesome to look at. I don't know what it is about it. Like, I don't know.
It's just a public service.
I don't know what it is about it. It's just real easy to watch. What's going on, Killer?
Oh, just excited. Waiting for the day to get over, but figured we'd have to get into some hot topics here in preparation for the Sacco show.
Mm-hmm. Today's a big day. John from Scranton show is back. We got blessed by Jay saying, it could come back, so we did it. If Jay says we can do it, we're gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
It's pretty wild to abandon the show the week that somebody's playing for you to be able to stay on the show.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's like a weird reverse psychology / heel wrestling move that I wasn't expecting. I had no idea that it was going to happen this week.
We got Tony. So let's go over first what's happening. So Jay decided last night that he was going to have a little hissy fit because we were yelling at him, and he left because I took him out. And what now? Like, he just has continued to be mad. I expected him to be on the show today. Like, is this just him just like not being able to like face the music?
Well, I think the struggle is that he refuses to do the show with you, and he only wants to do it with BA, but it's on your channel.
Mm-hmm.
It's always been the kind of confusing.
And BA doesn't come, so like you kind of have an issue there. I want to do the show with BA more than Jay every day, but like, here's the deal, pal. You only get BA when he can be there. So like, guess what? Guess who you're left with? Like, and if he wanted to sit there by himself on the stream for the whole time, I would gladly do it. But he can't.
No, like that's that video that he put up last night of him just watching something.
I low-key watched that whole thing. I was listening to Craig's show, and then I put that on, and then like 20 minutes later, just because I wanted to get like a good clip of it, and like 20 minutes later, I just realized like, oh shit, I'm just watching this.
It was like the perfect like pouty little kid stream.
It was such a little bitch move, dude. But that's what we were saying. It is a wild move to do what he did, leave his own show. But like, I never understand, like, it's like Kirk saying he wants to do an interview or wants to disagree with somebody, and like he invites them to come on, somebody that has a different opinion of them, and they just never come. Like, this is the move he's pulling.
Yeah, no, he takes the ball and goes home. So
what I did see and what I did clip last night was a clip of Jay saying, we were talking about the basketball game. He goes, they're talking about basketball. He tuned back in. He's like, oh, they're talking about basketball again. They don't do anything for the show. And I was just like, I called Gig today and I told him that. Gig was like, I've never done anything based off it's for the show. like fuck that. But since we do want to speak a little basketball, ladies and gentlemen, Goliath.
Hey, how are you, boys?
How are you, bud? Hey, how are you?
Hey, Killer. It's good to see you, buddy.
It's a pleasure to share the floor.
I'm honored.
Red.
I'm honored. I don't know about this other guy, but I'm here for you right now.
Fred, it's funny. Shut the fuck up. It's funny. You talk, I talk, pal. It's funny that we started this off by you chirping Jay, me saying I'll defend his name, me and you, brothers in arms. And at that point, we have to turn our backs on each other. Yet we are a couple days away, and here we are. You are replacing Jay on the show.
Yep.
Me and you, I think, have become closer than ever.
I came into this week
have sailed apart.
You're supposed to be my enemy, and here we are. And Jay is sabotaged once again, as Jay can only do, is screw up everything. Where he's turned this week, he's taken the last week he could possibly be on the show and just gone off the show. there's a chance that I win Friday. He's never coming back on the show where he can't do it with BA anymore either. Like that's part of the deal.
I said all week, there's a chance I win Friday and he never comes back.
Exactly. So he's screwed it up either way, which is as only Jay can do. I mean, he's gonna pout his way through this whole thing.
Screwed it up with something that has nothing to do with this.
Right.
Like it has nothing to do with it. Like,
John, nothing he does makes any sense. There's no rhyme or reason to any. He's chirping Lauren Lynn about tweeting about something that she doesn't need to tweet about, and then he's eating a beef on Instagram that nobody's watching. Nobody cares about what he's doing for the show. What show is he doing it for? None of it makes sense. He is, I don't use the R word anymore. I can't. So I call him Fez. I use Fez. He's the biggest Fez going, the shortest bus there ever is. He is a moron, just an absolute moron.
Yeah, dude.
I can't stand him.
I want to bring up a couple comments while you're here. We got people in the comments saying Red is murdering Jay, Red by forfeit. So we got Sneakers saying, wow. A lot of people saying thank you, Red. Yeah, I think you just brought up a lot of good points. You brought up a lot of good points. I will contradict it with, or not contradict it. I will answer it with this. Fuck you, bitch. I'm gonna fucking trash your ass.
There's no way, Sean.
Come fucking at me, tall ass motherfucker.
You'll never beat me. I don't want to get into the basketball game. There's no way. I don't care what you think you've done.
Are all the same to me. Too slow.
No, listen. Okay, Pennsylvania. Don't act like you're from Harlem or anything. Like you can ball here. Okay, you're from Scranton.
I lived in New York for a whole summer.
Oh, did you? You summered there? Oh,
I summered there.
What, in the Hamptons? Listen.
No, in the city, I swear.
Okay, yeah, sure, in the city. Listen.
I didn't. It was only for
basketball. You look like the only city you hung out in was Brooklyn. You look like a hipster, okay? There's no way you've ever played basketball.
Have you seen what Lenny looks like, dude? Everyone he always wears one color.
This is a mission of mercy. I am here to do what you and BA should have done months ago, which is kick Jay off of this show. But you guys didn't have the balls to do it. John, you didn't have the balls to do this. I'm doing it for you. You should be thanking me because I'm going to destroy you. It'll be 21-10, and then Jay is done. He's gone forever. You're welcome.
What I'm going to do is, like I do every day when I start my show at 8 or 9 o'clock, and then when Jay shows up at about 9:18, 9:20, I'm going to look in the face of all these people who think it should have been done. I didn't have the balls to do it, and say fuck you. And say fuck you, and then I'm going to dunk on their fucking ass just like
because John. I've seen you. I watch this show all the time because I'm a killer. I'm a killer fan. I'm a killer fan. I'm here for Killer.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you. I said at the top of the show. I watch it every single night, and every single night, sometimes Jay's on 6 nights a week, which is fucking ridiculous. Ridiculous, John. Breaking Bad was on 1 night a week for 4 months. That's it. Jay is on for 6 nights a week? Nobody asked for that. Nobody wants that. But I digress. This is what I'm here for, is to destroy you, destroy Jay. I am here for the people. I am merely a hammer to destroy him with by the people. That's it. That's all that I'm here for.
Listen, a lot of people are saying Red by a million. This is a classic move that Red just took. This basketball game actually had nothing to do with Jay to begin with, but then Red decided to, steal the crowd, thinking that would affect my game at all. I come from a white school that everyone in the state of Pennsylvania hates, dude. Everyone. They all hate us, dude. Like, they have cheering sections just to fucking... I love that everyone's against me. It was the worst move you ever did, dude. I've been posting David and Goliath pictures all fucking goddamn day.
You could stack... What's that idiot's name? Tony Cass. You could put Tony Cass on your shoulders. You still wouldn't be as tall as me. There's no chance. You have no chance. It's not possible. It's over. It's over. Put him on your shoulders. You could put Tony and Jay on your shoulders. You still wouldn't be as tall as me.
We do have to I can't hear you yet. We do have to discuss what the deal is with the game. So a lot of people upset that it's at Old Orchard Beach.
Why? I don't understand
know.
why.
I'm upset about it because, like, if it's hot out, I'm just not gonna.
But it's gonna be a night game, John. What time are you gonna be there? This is the thing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's a night game. There's lights obviously there, right?
Yes, there's lights there. It's gonna be a night game. Best case scenario, I bet you get there by 9. Best case scenario.
Wriggles keeps calling me saying, "Yo, it's gonna be windy as hell." He's giving me wind reports.
And we can do it. We can do it there too. I'm sorry, Killer. The floor is yours.
Timmy's giving weather reports. I do have a private message from one Ziggy Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
It does say read by a million. Ziggy's on the fucking red wagon.
Nothing I take than Ziggy's comments on basketball. That guy's literally the last person I would care.
When Ziggy's on my side, you know you're in trouble.
Yeah.
You know you're in trouble then.
I guess.
So we can do it at Old Orchard Beach, or we can do it where Tim wants to do it. That's fine. But there's no way this is going down before 9:00. Knowing you,
that's what I think.
What time you're going to get there?
Well, here's the deal. Now, do you think it's a better idea to still do it Friday night, even if I get there late?
What are you gonna? You want to do it Saturday during the day?
I don't want to do it Saturday at all.
Right, exactly. So we get this done Friday night.
Either Friday night or Sunday, like morning. Which
no, because we're getting hammered and nobody's going to be there.
Exactly.
If we're going to do this, I say we do it Friday night. If we do it in Old Orchard Beach, there's some funky bars down there that you can hang out with.
And then we could go to after. I like that.
There's some great people watching down there. Holy shit. Yeah. I'll tell you, the French Canadians who are not, there's not many around now, right? Because they can't get over the border, although they have been able to get over the border recently. So maybe they'll be there. But the French Canadians are a treat to watch. Holy cow, Killer. I know you're Canadian, but you're not French. So
I'm not. No.
Okay, so you're 1 for 1 there. That's fine. These people have some of the best fanny packs, Speedos. They wear Crocs. They wear short cutoff jean shorts. French Canadians are tremendous people watching.
I do think people care this much. I think our game is going to be bigger than the show.
No, come on. No, stop it. There's no way. Stop it.
Listen, if you've learned anything in
the
past month, if you've learned anything, I'm a confident guy. I know this is a meeting of the minds. We do have scheduled segments on this show. I want to introduce our newest segment. Shout out to our guy for doing this for us, ladies and gentlemen. Our new segment.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for another edition of Blind Mike Sneakers reads Jay's tweets.
Blind Mike Sneakers here, reading Jay Mayhem's tweets. The honey was real. JFS power trips are cute. This is good versus evil. He in love with the cocoa. Late as usual, bub. Hold that power trip strong. Jen Royal says, taking meatballs off the menu, and Mark D'Amico ain't having it. Completely disagree. Not full enough. Penile. Guided, gotcha. Sheldon is an elite caller. Foe with these half-ass comparisons. Cause Rob's an idiot and blocked me again. So I got kicked out of the 14. Again, after in was added again last night. Guy does not get it, not even close. It's been a weird day. Where was my lunch hour talk today? Rest in peace, Cheddar. Just muted stuff to do with the case, season 2. I'll wait for Kirk to figure it out. Get a vape. Pop's gonna quit before you on phase 3 with him. Emergency beef. The tweet from her big account was obviously necessary. What's your motivation?
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another presentation of Blind Mike Sneakers reads Jay's tweets. Presented by BDE.
That was a beautiful video. And Sneaks is looking trim. Looking fucking trim.
Dude, that video makes me cry, and I made it.
When he's reading the one about the 14, it's so good. It's so good.
Dude, when he goes, penile. Penile. He ends it with, what's your motivation?
Oh, my God. That's so good.
And I just want to repeat that's our new segment that Sneaks reads Jay's tweets. I think that's going to be big. Sneaks is like, I want to do one every day. I was like, I think that might be a little too much. I think that's why people started hating Jay. Let's take that back a little. We'll do maybe like twice a week. I think that'd be fucking awesome.
It's better than Jay being on the show. I'll tell you that.
Well, I mean, people say, a lot of people want him in the comments. He was best in the comments.
Oh, he's so good in the comments. Yeah,
he is a good commenter. He's a great commenter.
Red, what do we got to do to maybe get another segment back? Get the legs going on.
Well, yeah.
CW.
So I would love to be able to do that again. I think it's needed. I think it was my passion. I just, as you can see with the video, I can't show my face. There's a certain someone out there that's trying to get me fired from my job. So I think as soon as I put that video out there, I'm done. So I don't know how to do it without showing my face.
How come you're doing this?
Well, because
you feel safe.
I feel safe.
Because you don't say the C word either.
I'm not saying the C word.
Oh, is that what they care about?
I'm assuming. Yeah. Like, I mean, I already had that conversation with the people there, or whatever. But I know that person's out there. I know who it is. I don't want to say his name because I don't want to give him any shine.
He's a huge guy. I mean,
yeah, yep, yeah, he is. Yeah. So that makes it difficult. So that is what it is. But I love doing that. That was awesome.
That was my favorite fucking segment of that show, dude. It was so good. It was so good.
It was great, and I would love to throw Jay in there too.
Yeah, I know. And Jay was just on the brink of being in there. Was he in there?
No, he never made the list. Like at that point, it was just Jay was just the big swinging dick on the Discord talking, in the VC. That's all that Jay was. And then he took it here, and then everybody kind of realized who he was. Because at that point, when you're hearing Jay on there all the time, he was just like talking trash about everybody, shouting everybody down.
Me and Gig talked about this today. Like,
and then
just come embed his comments and just destroy it.
Right. And then he shows up to some live shows and you put him on camera and you're like, who's this little midget? Who's this little guy who's on welfare, who's living with his parents, who's going to try and talk trash to me? Like, this guy's a loser.
That's my fucking guy. That's who that is. That's my fucking guy.
That's your guy. So
that's why I'm going to win. That's why I'm going to win 11-6. Because we're only playing to 11.
The only thing that saves you is
might not last that long, but I will beat you.
Okay,
there's no joke.
No, the only thing that
are you in shape? Are you in shape? You're probably
I'm John. I've been ready for this. I've been ready.
No, that's what I mean. Like you're
the Jay hate. The Jay hate has got me ready. But the only thing that saves you is the fact that Carm's going to be there, and I don't want to hurt you in front of Carm, but I will.
No, that's fine.
Will, John.
Don't worry about that.
Okay, all right. Yeah, it's going to happen. So I'm imagining you with Jay's face. If you could put Jay's face on your shirt, that would help me too. But I'm going.
I got a shirt. I got a shirt for it.
Oh, perfect.
I have a shirt for it. I'm going to cut it just like the Ray Allen gif.
Perfect. Perfect. So, Killer, I need you. I wanted to before I get out of here. I don't know if you guys have any plans for anybody else, but I don't want to take up too much of your time. But Killer, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to block me, Killer. And the reason why I need you to block me is so you can kick me out of the 14. Because that fucking thread is the worst thread in the world. I'm begging you to block me and kick me out of there and don't ever add me back, please.
The most awful place.
I can't do it, Red. I got to keep you in there. It's gonna keep back up here.
But no, it's the worst thread that's ever been created. Thank you for the
Beetlejuice.
I gotta remember now that Steve has seen how trim fucking Sneaks is looking. I think the fucking fat talk's gonna slow down.
Yeah, I was saying this yesterday to somebody. Can you imagine how vile the Steve from Providence and Sneaks messages back and forth are? Like, just that's got to be where all of Earth's darkness goes. It's got to be. That's got to be just a disgusting place.
The most racist, terrible, vile things they probably said to each other. It's got to be
just
terrible.
Like planning and scheming and backstabbing and I love it.
Which that would be fine. If that was the 14, I'd be okay with it. But the 14 is like their weight loss goals and Steve, motivation. Steve power walking and Sneakers sending us, Sneakers sending us pictures of the fruit that he ate that day.
That's why.
Like, who gives a shit about this guy?
I'm
That's
sorry,
why,
those lettuce wraps were a thing of beauty.
That's why. I mean, I know you're against this guy that runs this chat, but I will always be for their end goal of destroying the 14, and that's the 50. The 50 is just out there just to destroy the 14. And the other day they're like, "Isn't John in the 14?" I was like, "Guys, I want you to know, I want to take it down from the inside."
The 50 is winning. The 50 is winning. They've won. The 14 is the worst.
It stinks. It's exactly what we made the 14 to despise. Like it has become what it was made to hate.
It's the worst. And then Sneakers and Steve are just sitting around like daring each other to go to Saco on Saturday. Like they're both not going to go to Saco on Saturday. Get the fuck out of here. You guys are both going to be there. Don't act like you're better than.
I messaged Sneaks like a month ago because we were figuring out stuff where we were staying, and he was like, I'm not going. I was like, really? I was like, don't tell Jay that, he'll fucking block you on Twitter. He's like, oh, I told people already. I was like, what the fuck? Wait, you're not? Yeah, you're going. Fuck that.
They're trying to act better than I like Steve too. Like the dude walked how many miles to a show? Sneakers drove to Madawaska. Get the fuck out of here. You guys are going to Saco. Like, shut the fuck up. Don't
real quick, because I don't think we've talked to each other on a live stream in a long time. What do you think of our boy Cully doing? How do you think he's doing?
KMS has never been better. Never been better. They're on the heater of all heaters. Now the wild card is I don't know how much Kirk is actually enjoying it, and then taking the YouTube live option away, I think is short-sighted. But like yesterday's show was one of the better ones they've had, and they've had some great ones. So,
I liked yesterday's show, but I got so angry in the beginning over that shit that I was shaking mad that I said, dude, I was so mad.
Well,
I spent like probably an hour and a half on the phone with Gig today over it. And I did it today because I couldn't do it yesterday. I was too angry.
Props to you guys. That show, and I told Gig and Tony this was, and you guys have had some great ones. That was the best one that you guys put together.
Yo, here's what I told Gig. I was like, yo, we know how like Kirk is saying like they need like Minifans are making content. Well, like the same Minifans are making the same like round table shit that was getting made before. But like I think better than it used to be isn't Minifans making Minifan content. It's Minifans making content with Minifan. You know what I mean? That's why Bet is awesome. Like it's not like we're sitting there doing like just constant fucking references and stuff. It's just like the reference in it all is the fact that like it's Tim Riggles doing it. You know, like that's the reference in itself. So like. That's what yesterday's episode got me fucking fuming about. It was just like this dude. I don't if this is a big troll and I'm getting trolled, then he fucking killed me.
Well, there's no way that he saw that. There's no way that he knew.
I understand that, but
you know what I mean.
Then that's Dave's job to be like, well, I mean, that's a pretty stupid thing to say.
Yeah, but here's the other thing too: is would they be able to use that content in any way on their show? That's the other question I have.
Well, look at it this way. So like they talked about Justin making those songs on the show already when we were getting the cameos made.
That's true.
Remember? So like, yeah, they can't like they should be like that Tim Riggles segment would be great on the big screen at Saco. That fucking 24-bit or something, or the Harmon bit, or like, but like, I mean, this year, like Dave and them just did it. Like even last year, Steve asked me to make videos. They didn't even ask me this year. So like, whatever. Yeah. That's why I said that $2,500 thing. But see, Red, what you didn't know is I knew that the segment I was talking about was the segment with Justin.
Okay, that was the one. I thought the Harmon one, as much as I love the Justin one with Tim. The Harmon one,
was clutch.
Where it was, and it wasn't even Harmon, and it wasn't even the mom and Tony. It was Gig in the background with his mug stare. Yeah, that was.
I was talking to Gig today. I was like, anytime you're with when you're gonna, because we're gonna be doing. I think we're gonna try to get as much be a man like crossover with that show as we can. I was like, just act like you're with your like tough friends. When you're with these guys, because like it's like this super alpha male bullshit. Ladies and gentlemen, my boss.
Holy shit! Lockdown menace. God, look at you glorious bastard! Look at that haircut.
Great to see you, Red.
Oh, I miss you, buddy. I miss you, buddy. How are you? How's lockdown going? How you doing?
I'll be right back.
Great. Cases all-time high of cases today, so that's fantastic. So it ain't ending anytime soon.
You seemed so mad when I tweeted about the alcohol. I have no idea if you're where you're at in Australia, where this is at with the mask on. I have no idea. Well, you seem so mad today.
I wasn't mad. I just wake up, I see fucking Jerry Callan. I just get so frustrated at the way Americans. I don't want to get into it.
I want you to get into it. Come on, let's go. Lockdown Menners. You're a treasure. Let's go, buddy. Go off.
I produced Montante's show, and they talked a bit about Menners. They talked a little bit about Menners.
Who did?
Montante.
Oh, Jesus. Well, is that out yet, that episode?
It is. I think it came out today.
I mean, the bit that really drove me mad in Montante's episode where he compared himself to Rosa Parks. He compared him not taking the vaccine.
Yo, shout out. Yo, by the way, shout out to me. I sent the episode of Menners before it came out, so he could have it. That's my boss.
You're cohesive together.
I was like, you can't do anything until it comes out, but you're going to be prepared. That's my boss. Go ahead.
I don't want to talk about lockdowns, but it just annoys me when people take a little bit of audio out of context and try to frame Australia as some fucking political backwater that doesn't know how to run its own country. We're not perfect. We've got the vaccine rollout wrong. But last I looked, we haven't had Donald Trump as our prime minister. So we're already way ahead of you assholes. Our prime minister is also not a senile, demented old guy who can't front the media. He's got his problems.
He's about to be on an all liquid diet. Like, he's about to be eaten through a straw, dude. He is.
Yeah. So it just frustrates me. That's all. I'm not a very political person. I don't drink. And yeah, whatever.
Do you smoke?
Person, I don't drink.
do you dabble? What are you doing over there, Menners? How are you de-stressing? How are you de-escalating yourself?
He's medicated.
Yeah, I've actually, for the first time ever in Australia, got a medical marijuana certificate, basically, so I can get edibles, oils. So yeah, look, I think at this stage my bloodstream's about 98% THC, which is pretty good.
People are saying
do you smoke normal sized joints or do you have small joints?
That's really funny.
Son of a bitch.
Admittedly, I haven't smoked a joint maybe in 5 years. I now just vape.
I smoke
vape. Oil.
I saw Willie G today, and we had one ourselves. He's doing just splendid.
He's alcohol free. He's clean?
He's alcohol free. Yeah, he had to drop his sister off at college today. He was wearing a shirt that was the same exact color as his sweatpants.
Wow.
He got in my car. I was like, "Is that a fucking onesie, bro?"
How old is she? Is she also like 25-year-old freshman too?
No. She seems to be on the right path.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she seems to be doing the right things.
Okay, spend more money on your army. Congratulations. I never said we have a bigger army than you.
No, I think Australia is crazy bastards like us. Like, if you try to invade that country, you're never winning. Those bastards will go into the middle of the country in the desert and then just pop back out.
Absolutely.
Like, they're not going anywhere. Like, those crazy. They're like us. It's too big to fucking especially with that huge fucking terrifying desert in the middle.
Yeah. Well, the Chinese have got enough. So
Menners, would you like to speak on the YouTube Live? No YouTube Live, or are you saving that until tomorrow? Or when's your Thursday?
I mean, it doesn't actually matter because no one watches this show. So, like, I've already used my Rosa Parks thing, which is for Menners Live.
This is where you come to test content.
Yeah. I won't talk to Menners about show stuff and DMs, but I literally will invite him on the show every day because I didn't want to talk about stuff for the show. But I don't care if we talk about it here. Literally, no one will see it.
Well, go ahead, work out your stuff here in the minor leagues. Here, come on, let's go. A little rehab.
They've axed the YouTube, and I don't think we're being told the full story. That's my opinion. There's something going on behind the scenes we're not being told about. Whether it's affecting actual audio listens and therefore that's affecting their ad revenue, whether it's something from Barstool saying that they need to stop doing YouTube Live because it's, they're not being able to sell it yet. I don't know. It's definitely not to do with the fact that Minifans aren't producing content. That's what I can tell you. There's no correlation between the two things, despite the fact that I like Kirk calling for content because since Cullinane, I've been trying, but the Aussie Minifan show and Menners Live can only do so much.
This is true.
but yeah. So I think it's. What do you think's behind it? Do you think it's an ad thing? Do you think
Nustin
it's?
brings up a good point. They think it's because they're being sued and they have to control what's coming out.
Well, that's clever.
That's what I think. That was a good little point.
Why would they do one show then live? Because you could do as much damage in one show as 3 shows, depending on what you say. I think
Kirk looks at it like, if I have something I want to rant about, I can move that live show to any day of the week, and I could come in that day and record a regular podcast and say whatever I want. And I think if it needs to be cut, I could cut it. Maybe that.
Okay,
I think,
but then
go ahead, man.
No, but Cullinane's also made the point that it doesn't have to be broadcast live for it to go out on YouTube. Like you could drop the audio and the YouTube at the same time, and then it's up to the consumer. Do I want to go to YouTube and watch it live and be in the comments? Because as far as we know, it's still a live reaction. I mean, if it's being broadcast premiere style, so you can still have that vibe. And if Kirk calls someone a cunt, they can just snip it out of the video and the audio, no problem. So there are ways around it.
There's no way it hurts they can't hurt their views or their clicks or their downloads, right? Because I can't imagine there's anybody that just sits in one setting and watches the YouTube live and then consumes it all right there, and then they're done, besides Jay, who doesn't have a job, right? So the unemployed Jay can do that, but everybody else, like I'm watching it at work and then I got to get back to work, but I'm also going to listen to the podcast and the RSS. So there's no way it hurts
twice.
Yeah. So what's the Minifan job percentage? Like 50?
Well, yeah, that's
a low
true.
number.
Yeah, there might be more. Yeah, there might be more unemployed there. That's true, but there's no way that hurts their views, right? I think my theory is this is just a big troll to only have YouTube live when they have Quantum Week Chris on Fridays. Because if you want to talk about a visual to have live, you want Quantum Week Chris there. You want Skeletor himself right there, and then that's when you go YouTube live.
That thing, Chris is so skinny, he bumps into things and gets a bruise, dude.
It's terrifying.
My other theory is it's quite simply about Kirk not being want to tie to the 10 a.m. start. Quite simply, it's more convenient if they can record anytime and release the audio at the same time. So on Monday they started at 9 a.m. and I wasn't to know that, so I tweeted out weird they're taking calls 33 minutes later, and for some reason Kirk was
as if you're supposed to know their schedule.
Warden of the North makes a good point that they don't even pay attention to the chat, so what's the point of being live?
That's true.
The fans enjoy it though.
But the fans enjoy it.
True.
So I'll give you a counterweight to this. Like if I miss the YouTube live that day, I don't go listen to the show then that day. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what it is. Like I need to but if the show came out Monday, I listened to that when it came out. I didn't care that it wasn't live. But if I missed a live one, I won't go back and listen to it. I don't know why.
So you won't listen to the show at all?
Maybe they're seeing a drop off on numbers on that.
Well, you know what's fucked up too is they're fucking putting out clips so fast.
That's true. Yeah, they overdid it. They overdid it with that.
Yeah, you feel like you've watched most of the show. You're like, it's an hour and 10-minute show. There's 22 clips.
I've heard the phone calls on that too, Killer. I don't buy it. Like, I don't know what kind of a complaint that is. Like, just don't consume it on Twitter. Then, like, don't watch on Twitter.
I mean, you can do the only problem with pretending to go like you're going live is like the fact that the lives were cool is because like you can now know what the callers are saying. You can know what callers I hate when someone calls in and Kirk's like, we already talked about that. Like. Yeah. I think the live show is bringing up cool things they could do. Like if they're talking about a topic, let's open the phone lines for this topic rather than, okay, it's the end of the show. Let's do calls. Oh, we already talked about that topic, caller, which that guy knows you guys talked about it, but this is his only chance to talk about that. Like, that's what I don't understand why they don't do that. I think it can't be
because of content. It can't be because I don't know how this motivates. I don't know how this motivates fans but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it does. The show's been great. I hope it continues. It's going to continue to be great because Cullinane's there and Steve Robinson no longer exists. So it's going to be great regardless. But
I was taken off of the Hall of Fame ballot because and replaced with Bob Murchison because I don't do enough for the channel. I was taking
John,
off the
this is
channel.
not all about you.
I know, but
Don't
listen,
be the
I just
victim.
want this is how I'm like looking at what he said yesterday. But I was taken off the channel because I was being too overbearing, and I'm not part of the show. So it was like, okay, so you're just talking in a circle. So that's where I realized this has to be a troll, and there's something else.
Sorry, John. Both things can be true. You are overbearing,
Okay,
and you do a lot on the channel. That's got nothing to do with this point. I mean, I'm
just using it as an example. I'm just using an example of why.
Saying, don't make this about you. I'm going to go back to the Minifan Mash again last summer when you begged to be on every fucking
got my
night.
name on it again.
Yeah, every Minifan. Despite me saying the Minifan Mash is for everybody to have a go, you wanted to get your ugly face on every night.
Ever, dude. Menners is like, is it cool if there's any empty spots, I just throw you in there? And I was like, yeah. He throws me in every day, and then fucking 2 days later, he's saying I'm on every fucking show.
You're delusional. Anyway, the point is, both things can be true. You can be doing too much on the network. Like your best, like better is perfect for you.
That's
better
what I mean. And I'm fine with that. That's why I didn't want to make a big shtick about it yesterday, because like I don't want to be the guy sitting there being like, look at us, look at better, because I think better is good enough to look at it by itself. Like I don't need to fucking.
What I mean about better is you're not on screen. That's why it's fantastic.
Well, I know that. I know. I hate winners. I hate being on screen. I would rather make videos all day.
Really,
all day.
To go to the show every night.
Yeah, but time out. The problem with like having just BA and J on screen is fucking it just develops into BA yelling at J.
Well, no, I can't. We can't run the show without me on screen. I'm the only one here.
No, there's no way.
There's the only one that shows up. You know?
Yeah, that's true. Go ahead.
No, you go.
Okay, I was just there's no way that this was done in a way that was going to create content. It just seemed like I'm with you, Manners. There's something else going on. When they didn't have YouTube up, I assumed it was because of the Chaps thing.
I was just going to say, Ryan was saying that too.
They were being careful for that. Like that's what I assumed it was, and maybe this is a way for Kirk to avoid that and kind of make up an excuse so they didn't have to pretend like they were
another thing
scared.
Like they don't have Barstool Radio anymore, so like their like YouTube Live is kind of like their radio channel. You know what I mean? Like Pick Central comes on, then whatever. Maybe like if Kirk's show is screwing up, if they're going live is screwing up the numbers for that, like you never know. Like Barstool is kind of holding back on all their shows, being like you can't do live.
But time out. Like, pardon my take, in the last 6 months has put out more YouTube content than they probably did the last like 3 years.
That's what I was going to ask that to Menners. Menners, do you think like Barstool is getting paid for YouTube views on advertising too, or just RSS downloads?
No, I think what they do is that they're going to sell them as a package. So you go, okay, sponsor KMS, a read, and it's getting, 8,000 podcast listens an episode and 2,000 views on YouTube. So you're selling 10,000.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I think it's demographic based too, right? Because certain age categories you do stuff on YouTube more than they do like Spotify.
True. I just always wanted to know, because Barstool was so against like doing live YouTube shows because it would ruin the RSS money, that now that YouTube is kind of more in the fold, if they are transitioning into like advertisers are now taking that more seriously. Because
KFC said it was like podcasting, they fucked up and they didn't, or YouTube, they took way too long to get started.
Yeah, which it's true. It's like podcasts are just recently starting to be able to do that, so I don't know. That's what I was thinking about. I didn't know if it was a Barstool thing or not. Did you know? I didn't know their trivia match was this week.
Yeah, Wednesday night.
Yeah, that'll be fun. I've been following like the Nadu shit and everything and the Rico stuff. Like I fucking hate Rico. I hate Rico so much.
I'm so sick of trivia. It's like I wouldn't watch a game show anyway, and it's not that good. And I think it's all fake controversy, and it's just not fun. But John, back to your point about you getting taken off the Hall of Fame. So just
go ahead.
Overall point, like
I believe I voted for you, Menners, for the Hall of Fame. By the way, I believe.
Thank you.
And me.
I did.
I was on the ballot. I think I would have made it. I think
Man of honor.
You should.
What I don't understand is Kirk hadn't really gone this way at all since Cullinane, sort of asking fans for content. But I have noticed perhaps in the last few weeks that they're a bit thin on topics to talk about. There's no Minifan drama. I'm sick of all the EEI talk, and I was a huge EEI fan. That's how I found Kirk. So it's not like I don't know who they're talking about and don't understand the context and the drama. But that's also old. Like Kirk always talks about, doesn't want to do sort of old stuff. He wants to be excited. Well, EEI is the oldest. Then there's the cancel culture stuff, which seems to be a sort of go-to for every producer that works with Kirk, to just find some cancel culture topics to talk about. But apart from that, they haven't really had any drama, or there's not much happening. So I think maybe this is Kirk's sort of thinking. He needs to start to stoke the flames. Let's get some action in the world, which are, apart from gathering the goats, what action has there been?
None. There really isn't. Like, yeah, there's none. Better than it used to be. Can't put a show out every week. Like, it takes us 2 months to make those shows. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's
no action in that. That's just a fun show to watch.
That's what I mean. That's not a Kirk show. It's and I was like, the only 2 shows Gig is on are content-based shows that are based off other content than Kirk. There's no more show other than Gathering of the Goats. Like, there's no Rundown anymore. There's no Menzel Intel show. There's no fucking OG show. There's no.
Thank God.
So Menners, what you're bringing up, the fact that Kirk, you're basically saying Kirk misses the fact that there was Menifan like drama and stuff like that. That's exactly what because Dave Cullinane saw me freaking out about this. He DM'd me. He said, I'm going to play devil's advocate, and maybe this is just Kirk saying he misses it.
Right, but he's also going to address the fact that the reason why content went away or people went away or fans went away is because of Steve Robinson.
Yeah.
And because of, like, the only reason why I went away is because my job was threatened because of a crazy Robba fan that came after me and did that online, which more than likely could have been put in the works by Steve Robinson. I have no doubt that probably happened. So Kirk's got to at least acknowledge that and kind of ingratiate himself to the fans a little bit and not try and take stuff away from them. He's got to kind of open up his arms and bring them in a little bit, and at least, be willing to do that. And maybe he can do that at the Sacco show. He can politic a little bit. I'm not saying he's got to go out there and, shake hands and kiss babies and all that other shit, but like, that's the whole reason why I went away and why the Rundown went away is because guys are getting doxxed.
I went away because of Steve. I hate Steve.
And Steve Robinson was able to then use that and then blame other enemies like Murchison and Zonker for that stuff. But that wasn't why I went away or my job was threatened. It was because it was a Robba fan who did it. You know what I mean? Like that. Yeah. This is on Steve Robinson.
Well, it wasn't people who contacted my family.
What's that, Menners? What's that?
Wasn't a 15-year-old girl you hit on?
No, she was totally fine with it. She was totally fine.
It was Minifans that came after all my shit. It was. That's the problem. It's like when that shit happens. But what was I gonna say?
I've got something.
Okay, go
John's brain's working. Well, I've had a couple of people reach out to me since Steve left. Robba fans who I'd never met say Steve had reached out to them to see if they would be willing to sort of be a funnel for information about me. So obviously Steve can't dox me and release stuff, but I've had 2 people say Steve contacted them. Would they be interested in kind of, starting, say, a Twitter of my real name and doxing me and stuff. So like that happened to Andrew. So that's 2 Minifans. Also,
you're such an asshole. What a prick. You.
It's true though. I mean, I've got the message.
It's true though. No, it's true. It's fair. It's fair.
So fuck him. So, and the other thing is, Justin, blocking me when he's the show producer of Menners Live. That should be an instant firing, as far as I'm concerned. Like, you're trying to get the network going, yet. The one person trying to do YouTube content's blocked by the interns. Just embarrassing.
Justin is the weirdest. Like, he is a literal reason for what a lot of I consider problems at KMS, because like he's their only go-to in worker bee, which is a sad situation. But anyways, now they have Harrison, who I guess is a good worker, but I just think he's a prick. But
And
Justin's
Red,
just like he does like he
Mm.
likes the same 6 people and doesn't want to work with anybody else. And like, how are you supposed to run a YouTube like that? That's all.
Not it at all. It's not it at all, John. His fucking ego is out of control. He's like you. He wants to be in front of a microphone every chance he gets. He
That's
should
true.
not be on Justin Tacali. He should not be on this Look Ahead show. They are awful.
does.
They're actually damaging the network because
Yep.
the show is missing something like Red used to do, a proper rundown. Where
Thank you.
And I never thought Justin was like talented enough to be able to run that. Do I like Justin? He's a great guy to have work for the show, but like he should not have any control of any content based stuff. He's not a good content person.
And actually, Cully wants me to send him my idea. Maybe I can just speak it now and you can clip this for him, John. But my idea is the rundown comes back. And Red, before I get into that, some of my best memories on the network are on the rundown. So thank you.
Oh, thank you.
The Mayo
It was a
screaming
great
match.
show.
There were so many good times on the rundown. Very much.
Wow.
Shout out, Red.
Wow. I'd like to give you a kiss right now. Wow.
I'd like to kiss you.
It's a long way to bend down.
He could
Shout out.
dominate KK.
Shout out me for not putting myself on that show. I think that was huge of me. I don't want to make this about me.
Now, but my idea for a rundown is now scrap Justin Tacali, scrap Look Ahead, go back to a rundown on a Friday or Saturday, but this time Justin and Cully produce it. All because Red, it takes time getting the shit together, time that people don't have, they're not getting paid for. It's hard to do the weekly grind. But if you had Cully and Justin producing it, so they came up with the 5 talking points for the weeks with clips, all they would need then to do is cast it. Minute fans would jump on and talk about it if they didn't have to do any preparation or any post-production. So all you're asking is for say 20 minute fans, and you just grab a few a week to do the rundown. But Justin and Cully produce it. So if I were to do the rundown, my commitment would be, okay, at 6 o'clock, jump on, and then they just have the, first topic, no YouTube, second topic, chaps, and they have clips to go with it. And we get it because Justin and Cully always have to put the guns in the holster. They can't blast Kirk. They can't blast the show because they're part of it. Whereas if you bring people from the outside in, I think you'll get a much better reaction show. So take all that time from Justin and Cully and Look Ahead and put that into one rundown that is appointment viewing. And secondly, if, say, you go away on a work trip for a week and you can't listen and you're a busy person, you don't really have time to catch up on the shows, you can just watch that rundown to sort of know the main talking points from the week.
I think it's a beautiful idea. I think it needs to happen.
It's a great idea that Red thought of.
No,
Menners is right. That's like if all focus was put on. I mean, that's what Mike and the Minifans was supposed to be. And Menner's original like shit when he used to shit on Mike was the fact that how Mike dealt with that show. He just treated it like a piece of garbage, And that kind of set the example for the YouTube channel forever. It was kind of just treated like, oh, that's literally like the bottom of the barrel. You're never going to get anything good there. So they fucking brainwashed all the fans. Like when we started doing shows, they were all getting at least 2,000 views. Was that because they were probably being bought? Maybe. But at least now their videos are getting 100 views. Like they pushed everybody away. So that's my question for you, Menners. You think there's 20 minute fans that would even maybe be allowed to do that, let alone?
Well, I think that's part of the problem is that there's a block list of larger than I think we think it is.
Like, do you think they would let me do that? I don't think they would let me be on that.
I think they would. I think they could easily find 20 minute fans willing to basically jump on a rundown once every 6 or 7 weeks.
Oh yeah, Morden is dead right. Menners should be running the YouTube.
I was just going to say, is Menners campaigning?
Yeah, we should do that.
Campaign
well,
video
we
for
can't
Menners?
do that because the second we would start that would get shot down. So that has to happen naturally. But I would love if they did that.
Yeah, John, don't tell. You're better off saying that you don't want Menners to do that, and then
that's what I mean.
happen.
So Cully, this is the difference between Cully and Steve. Cully was the one who we set the episode for better to. He was like, "Do you need me to do anything for you guys? Like, I'll tweet about it. I hope we get a Kirky retweet, blah blah blah." And I was like, Dave, I wish you knew how much more you already done than Steve ever even thought about doing.
Right.
City on fire.
Yeah.
What's happening?
What?
You burn it down
There's
over there, John?
sirens. There's sirens everywhere. Crime's not happy about it.
There's like a billion of them.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. I don't know what it is.
You in Scranton?
Am I in Scranton? I'm in West Pitts, and Menners is wearing a Dunder Mifflin shirt. That's for you, Carm.
My favorite show.
What was I saying? I just think that like Menor should be running YouTube, and like I think the show should have nothing to do with the fan generated YouTube show, other than the fact that Cully and Justin are producers of the main show, or the flagship show. You know,
it'd be a great job for Justin to have. Like it'd be a great addition for him to be able to do too. That he could actually show, hey, this is what I'm doing for KMS. Yep.
Yeah. Exactly. Like, yo, learn how to do the calls, learn how to do drops, learn how to do that. And then you're a backup producer, dude. Like, work smart, not fucking whatever. Like, I can't imagine what these Sacco clips are going to be.
But I see sort of Justin as like, and I've been watching a lot of Loki. So the timeline's like this. And then Kirk says, "Oh, I'm never going to fire you while I'm at Barstool." So I don't know why Kirk said that about Justin. And then we've just got this spike of this egomaniac fucking lunatic fat prick Justin going, you know, cannot believe Kirk guaranteed his job. I just...
Well, here's the deal. Justin's a super, like, I think if I'm Kirk, why would I ever want to fire Justin? He's like, he's his bodyguard, dude.
Yeah, he's super loyal. Like, he's his bodyguard.
I would never fire Justin, but I would never have him behind a camera. I would have or in front of a camera or
But here's the deal. But here's also too is and we got to keep this in mind on KMS on the show. Justin is
great.
Gold.
Great.
He is gold. Great. Kirk shitting on him is just like Chris Curtis especially when it was drunk era Curtis. It was gold on that show on KNC, and when Justin does it, like it's perfect every single time. Every word that he says, Kirk picks up on and dunks on him every time. It's hilarious. Yeah, so everything that Justin's doing on the show is great.
I always say, you know what I mean? Every time Justin says, you know what I mean? Kirk's always, I was saying this to Carm yesterday when he says, you know what I mean? Kirk's like, no, I don't know what you mean.
No, I don't.
And I love that Kirk does that because it's so hard to stop doing that. And at least he's trying to help Justin with it, you know? Ladies and gentlemen, the Fun Police.
Oh yeah,
Cap, son of a bitch.
Double fingers to the fucking Australian up in the top right hand corner.
Oh, you want to give him to Killer too? Killer hates you, Rob. Killer hates you.
Oh no, that's a love hate thing. We love it. We know that.
I mean, Killer made Madagascar Ron. That's the OG.
Oh, I love it.
What's going on, Rob? How are you?
Doing good, fellas. How's everything going?
Beautiful.
Just talking shop.
I know. I've been listening.
Yeah. You liked it? You like the new show format or what?
No, I love it.
Did you see the sneakers video?
Yeah, I did.
What's going on? You're going to be up in Saco, right?
Yeah, I will. I'll be there actually Friday night and not Saturday. I cannot make it on Saturday, unfortunately.
Oh, so you're just coming to the game?
Yeah, I could just go on Friday. That's it. I have some.
Let's go.
Oh my god, I'm gonna tweet that to Kirk immediately. Are you kidding me?
Hey, VD, I'm about to tweet the fucking DM. Look at VD's tweet and see what I'm about to put up. He won't see it because I'm about to block him, but
oh boy.
Yes, I'm gonna bring it up.
I'm looking forward to the game on Friday night, though, boys.
I'll send this to you as well, John from Scranton.
Rob, when's the next episode of All in the Minute Family?
Oh God, who even knows, man? We try to, whenever something comes up, we try to.
Yes, this is gonna. I think the best thing about VD is, VD is gonna put numbers behind that tweet. He's gonna put numbers behind that tweet.
What's the tweet?
That tweet's gonna start soaring. He said 2 more. It's a clip of us talking about Steve and Menor's talking about Steve. He said 2 more. I'll just bring it up.
Fuckhead. I'll just put a tweet out with a DM. You want to bring it up?
Funny enough, I did invite VD on, but he declined the opportunity.
Honestly, fucking nobody. That would be.
We should go. We hear the audio. We just heard the audio. Okay, he said 2 morons complaining about that Big Steve was secretly the one who doxed them.
I just replied below, yeah, with a tweet from someone. He wants the DM. He's got it. He's fucking got it.
Yo, so when Menors and BD got a show together, I wish them luck.
John, put my tweet up.
Okay.
Put his tweet up.
I got you.
Make sure you get that up.
I got you, boss.
Put my DM up. Call me a liar.
Wait, did you quote tweet it? Did you quote tweet it?
I just replied to it.
Okay, all right.
Props to
I'll
you for
send
not
you
quote
the photo.
tweeting it, by the way. Props to you.
Yeah.
Quote tweets where it's at. Fuck off.
Thank you.
Send me the photo if that's easier.
Listen,
in your
do I need to explain this to you, Killer, how this works? If
Here
you're
it is.
quote tweeting, you're taking the party to another place.
Shut up.
Sorry. Sorry. Don't get me started.
This is the message I got. Now, did I make that up, VD? You fucking bullshit
Oh,
artist.
wrong again, VD. Oh.
Yo, you want to hear something funny?
Vico Dosco. Unbelievable. You hate to see it. Oh, squeeze out like you
I
read
wouldn't
about.
doubt that
Let's
text.
go.
I wouldn't doubt that message was sent by VD. That's how much I.
Vico
That's how
Dosco.
much I trust his troll jobs.
Unbelievable.
So
Rob, who do you got? Who are you taking in the game?
I mean, it's got to
Come
be
on.
red.
What
Red
about
by
that
a
message
thousand.
I just put out? Don't shut up, Rob. What about that message I just put out?
hold on, it's here.
Go ahead. Yeah, you want to read it too, or do you want to? What do you want to look
Go
at
ahead.
it, or
He's saying I'm making this shit up. What would I have to gain by making a message like that up?
you're right. You're right. And nobody's disputing this. You're right.
Okay, well, it just
All right,
upset
you good?
me that he's a fucking moron.
I fucking love it.
You know what
Hi,
it
Rob.
is? It's when Menners and Red are together. When Menners and Red are together, it seems like fireworks happen.
Electric.
Electricity in the air.
Yeah.
Electricity.
Well, I'm sweating right now. Holy cow. Wow.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, damn.
Good times.
What did you guys?
Go on. What were you going to say? Sorry.
What was I gonna say? Oh, I was gonna say red by 1,000. He needs
Thank
to win.
you. Appreciate
John,
it,
you know what, John? I know. You know I love.
I
you,
hate
but
you. I was the one who said that you have a nice shot.
I
Just remember that, and you're now in a
Jay.
notebook too.
I need
Dots
Jay.
knows.
I need Jay off the planet. Like I just need him gone from
I mean-
existence.
I mean, I can't wait till Thursday when I'm just gonna say Jay's off the show no matter what, and all Reds fans come to my side.
This is don't you do that? How dare
Hey,
you?
I'll
Are you
be the
not
first-
entertained?
I'll be the first to admit it. You do that, I'll be right by you, buddy.
I know that. I know a lot. I know a lot. I have a lot of DMs of this people telling me the same thing. Same thing. Ron.
Whatever can get Jay to not be in existence anymore. That's the path I want to choose. So that's
You
what
gotta
we got.
pull it towards you.
I showed you the screenshots, VD. There you go.
So, Manners, would you and BD ever do a show together again?
No,
Wait, that's over. That show's over.
Oh, it's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's dead.
VD quit.
I made an intro. They played it once. The
China.
show ended because of it.
That's fucking great. That is fucking great. Hey,
Squeeze
first of
out.
all, hey,
Squeeze
I don't like the disrespect say that the YouTube shows only get 100 views. I think our show only at least.
Your show
about-
did good, yeah, but your show's not around anymore though.
Yeah, we just did one a month ago. It's just same as Beta. Beta does
That's
one
true.
every.
That's true. And your show is kind of like, are you? But didn't you guys say you're done?
I don't know. I mean,
We're
whatever happened.
We're going through things right now.
Whatever way the wind
Seeing
blows.
Tim on
Whatever
that
way the
show
wind
really hit me hard.
It did. That's why I'm here tonight. I
The
couldn't
best is
let
when
him
when I get a DM from Tim Riggold saying send me the link, I just know he's hammered already. I know he's coming in hammered, and it's just you're getting gold.
You should have saw him at the Be a Man show there. He was.
I heard he was a little lit.
So we get there. So we get there, and the waitress comes up to us. She's like, "Oh, what do you guys want to drink?" And Gig and TJ, neither one of them are drinking. They both have a Coke. So I'm like, "Oh, I'll have
keep watching."
I'm like, I'll have a Bud Light. Fucking Tim goes, I'll have 2 double tequilas and
Beautiful.
2 double cran and vodkas. And she's like, what? At the end of the night, the bill comes. It's like $162. I was like, you drank like 15 fucking drinks, dude. What the fuck did you expect? Oh,
I heard his hangover was brutal the next day.
I hope
brutal.
I hope I was the only one that
mean-
stayed there. I was there till they all took off at like 11 o'clock. I was there till like 1 a.m. I was eating dumplings at fucking Chinatown at like 1:30 by myself.
You could be out by yourself, guy, or no?
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, are you
I
kidding?
could
You
see
wear a
that.
hat like that, you can do whatever the fuck.
I fucking
Yeah,
love
that's
it.
right. You're a confident guy.
Me and
You have to be a confident guy to say Red's gonna win by 1,000.
Yeah, me and Gigi had about a
Big time.
45-minute conversation.
Big
It was the best conversation
Yeah.
of my life. It was also the best conversation of my life. So such a huge Sopranos guy, so there was no one else
Yeah.
there besides the two of us. It's great.
Menners,
Manners, focus up. What are you doing?
yeah, what's our plans
What-
what's our plans for Thursday? We have any attacks, or we being safe and calm?
And are you taking calls?
Manners,
We are
So-
taking calls.
so we're taking calls. It's going to be a fun, short show. React to some
Love
show
it.
stuff. That's it. It'll be the Old Men is Live. Actually, it'll be the Old Men is Live. No, like weights to drag me down. It's just going to be wild.
I'm positive.
I can't wait to call in and talk about your cock.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
Good material, okay. Good material.
I can't wait to hang up
Smooth.
on you. What's it called? Shit.
But
I
I'll
had
be
something to
taking
say.
all calls. Anyone can call up. Anyone.
You think VD will have the guts to call in?
I hope so. I mean, I love VD.
Oh,
what a great guy.
I'm
Great
positive Menner's only asked me to help him here so he could say I slithered into another intern's producer job and try to steal it from them. I know that's his
No,
end game
that's
here.
not true. It's not true.
Did I just ruin one of your jokes? Because I ruined one of mine for Thursday.
No. The true story is in Australia, you can't open Google Voice.
Yeah, Google
accounts.
Voice,
So,
yeah.
You know, I need someone who can do that. And I know you've got one. And also, John, I think, you know, as a producer, you're a fine producer. So I'm looking forward to working with you. Congratulations on the role. I now have to head off to do some work. Red,
As do I.
KK, Rob.
See you
Beautiful
later.
to see you,
I
boys.
want to do this real quick.
Please.
Live look at Joe Biden and Camp David. You watching?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. What the fuck?
Oh my God. Rewind that.
No.
Is that real?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't want to see that again.
God.
Dude. So I was already having a rough day.
Yo, that shit was some of the funniest shit I've heard in a long time on a podcast.
Oh, rewind that.
Yo.
What the fuck?
Oh my God. Rewind that.
No.
Seeing that for the first time is like fucking. That's
definitely.
the reaction right there. That right
Definitely.
there is the
Brutal.
reaction. That's
I said I go to Craig. I was like, "Oh my God, Live Look is making it huge. It's on VGS." And he's like, "What do you mean it's making it huge?" I was like, "Oh, BA used to do that on the show all the time. Say Live Look at something, and then we'll play the Traveras getting hit. We would do Traveras getting hit." And he was like, "Are you guys claiming ownership of Live Look?" And I was like, "No." I was like,
he's having a tough week.
I was like, I look at Craig.
The hit was right to the head. Oh boy, that is scary.
So Rob, how far are we from you making your producing debut on VGS?
Yo, that was one of the funnier parts of last week's show.
I would say,
Rob, I love you. John, I only like you.
Yeah.
Killer,
Yeah, that's fine.
you're my favorite Meta fan. I gotta go.
I had to
See
jump
you,
on
buddy.
here when I
Love
saw
you,
that.
boys.
Hey,
I'll see you Friday.
Would say, yeah, Killer. I'm probably whenever that studio gets done, I'm in there. It's a tight squeeze enough as it is, and then I've had some terrible shit going on in my personal life. Nothing me personally or my immediate family, the three of us, but just some bad stuff. So
Yeah.
when all that shit clears up and that studio, more importantly, when that studio is built, is when I'm getting in there.
Well, I
And
told Craig you should be fucking hitting up gigging them to fucking build that shit for him, and we'll make a double, like an episode out of it. Like that's
True.
we should fucking do that. Sorry,
true.
I'm packing my cigarettes on the show.
I wanted Craig. I have the receipts too. Craig, I told Craig I wanted to be on there, but I didn't want to talk. I just wanted to produce the show. Like get clips, get clips, like play the clips to the guys, let them be them, and literally not speak.
Can you fuck with Mike and Matt's mics a little bit so they don't sound the exact fucking same?
They sound identical. Well, no, here's the deal. Whenever I start listening to a podcast, especially one that I don't know what people like, this happened when I started listening to Lights Camera Barstool. I love like listening to a podcast and just trying to imagine what people look like, and then you finally see them. But like when they all sound the same, it's even more fun. Like it's twice as fun. Like, and those guys I think are all the same. Like not only do they look the same, I think they're all the same person. Like they all come from the same background. It seems like they are literally like three Boston bean men just made by God. Yeah. Like that's what I picture.
Yeah, they buy tarps in bulk so they can make t-shirts.
Craig's doing a great job with that show, dude. I was gonna DM him today and say I wanted to know how they do that list.
Yeah.
I wanted to get with what's his name, Stool Animated, and do maybe a cartoon of that, or just do a video like of that whenever they come out with it weekly, because I think that's that intro song they came out with was one of the funniest intros for the list. It was fucking hysterical.
So I don't know, like I didn't start listening to, I mean, I'll be honest.
Remember, I've listened to 2 episodes, so when I say I am overbearing, I am fucking over. I just DM'd them saying, can I be part of your show? So
that's okay. You always have the best intentions. That's why I tell people, you always the best intentions.
And people who don't think I do, I don't give a fuck about you.
Exactly.
I really don't care about your soul or your children's souls. I will drink their blood. Like
so Killa, like Craig calls me. I'm on my way vacation. He's like, I got a crazy idea. You want to produce this fucking show? And I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah. Like, I want to get in there. Like, I like doing that stuff. I know Kirk was making fun of me on the show. He's like, how old are you? Like, what the fuck is he?
Well, it's like the Fallon shit. You try to help with like, you're just trying to get shit where you can't. Like, that's fine. I love that.
At some point, someone's going to hopefully see something and be like, that dude ain't bad. And then fuck.
And if you don't, like, you worked hard, whatever. Right.
Exactly. And I'm going to get into like writing and like blogs and shit like that too. Cause I like doing all that stuff. But,
blog?
BO blog always. That's what I'm gonna do first. BO blog.
There's a new
BO blog powered by GB.
There's a new GB blog out there now too. The fan.blog. It's very good. Very good.
Nice.
Yes.
I'm gonna do some psych. I think I'm gonna try to get on some Celtic stuff.
Well, this one, like anyone could write on it. So like anyone could go on, and like if you make one blog, then like anytime you go back on and write a blog, like you could go to your page, but then everybody's random blogs is just the middle. Like that's the homepage. It's a smart idea.
The business I want to do Celtic stuff just because all the Celtics people that write are like in their late 20s and they just have no perspective on the fucking Celtics. Like it pisses me off. Like they have no respect for Paul Pierce. Like they think Jason Tatum, like they fucking hate Jason Tatum. He's 22 years old. What the fuck do you want out of the guy? Like give the guy some time to grow. Like shit like that like pisses me off because you see all these fucking know-it-all idiots that talk about it. And they don't know shit. So that's why I'm gonna try to go in that direction.
Fallon had like a wide fucking lens of people on her show to the point where like I met Antoine Walker through it and little Alex Jones. Alex Jones is a beast.
Yeah. He does
it. Fucking tank.
She still does that. She does something with him. I don't know what she does with him still.
Well, she just her podcast, I guess, is coming back. She DM'd or texted me. Wow. I was like, oh God.
I know. I always kept in contact. I always said like, "What's up?"
Not that it's a bad podcast. I don't listen to it. I'm just saying like her podcast to work for is a lot of work because she has like she does a lot of takes and stuff. So like
I can't believe I'm on this fucking show right now, just blabbing on about God knows what with John. I feel like fucking Jay. I told myself I would never fucking.
Well, who cares? Yeah, that doesn't matter.
I know, right?
More worthwhile.
This is just us talking anyway.
The fans like, don't worry. Well, there's still people watching. There will be. The problem with Jay is like it's impossible to watch him just talk about nothing. Whereas I could watch anybody talk about. I would rather a podcast be about 4 guys that are friends talk about nothing than topics going on currently. You know, and like that's why I like Greg's show. Like it's just those dudes like just reacting to each other's farts and laughs. Like
I'll tell you, man, I'm pissed I can't be there on Saturday. This is honestly the first live show that I've missed since the very first one. The only other one I wasn't at was Jack's Abbey. Every other fucking one, even the VFW, I've been at, and it's killing me not to be able to be there. Plus,
I hope it goes well for Cully.
3 billboards outside of Jack's Abbey. Shout out me. I made that name in the Discord.
I think it'll go well. I mean, technical wise, he'll have everything ready to go technically. I mean, he's probably already.
Okay, so here's my deal. Do you think Cully is a creative person?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm never going to say anything negative because I that's just the way I am. So
I think he's got funny little videos. Like there's old videos that he's got and stuff.
That's why like I think he could do a good job with this one. Like
I just don't think him and Jay or Justin have any chemistry.
But like creative wise, like what like the YouTube thing kind of like you said, it didn't really do anything because whatever everything Kirk says, you just don't. You gotta let it slide off your back. But he
Francis.
Yeah, do what you love, Rob.
Oh, does he know he's little Alex Jones? Yes, I do. I told him about it. I talked to him about it. It was the first thing I did. And I never went in and talked to any of Fallon's guests. Yeah. I talked to him and I talked to Jerry Thornton. That's it. That's and awesome. I only talked to Jerry Thornton because he talked to me.
Yeah.
Because I needed to fix his mic.
Fuck, we were just talking. Oh, the YouTube. So I always thought that YouTube would be good if they did like 5-6 minute videos, like boom, 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 or like 4 or 5 minute videos. Like throw everything out there, like everything that anybody can
like
come up
fan
with.
content, like
Yeah,
just throw anything.
like stupid, like I mean not stupid shit, but like the
Well,
shorts.
that should be what the show Twitter account does. Show how crazy your minifans are. Like if that base saw like me making that sneakers video today, like that's fucking hysterical. And if 40 people like it out of all your listeners, who the fuck cares? Those 40 people loved it.
Right.
Like
there was some shit that we did that I was like really proud of doing, like that fucking Liz Gonzalez video, like coming up with that shit, and like thinking about that and like doing that shit, and like
well, that's the thing, dude. Like
that's the type of videos
you work on something
like
you guys did, or me and Gig, like we worked 2 months on that fucking episode, and then the next day Kirk comes in and says Minifans aren't creating content. You can imagine why I get a little upset. Like it's just like, and then I get even more upset because I can't talk about it because it's not just my show. Like I don't want to be the guy like being like, look at us, Kirk, and it's Gig's show. Like, and then I'm gonna ruin Gig's fucking relationship with the guy. Like, so I just shut my mouth.
I know.
That's said, fuck you, Kirk.
I know. See,
you don't do that. I have no problem doing that because I know he has me muted. He's told, like he does not want to see my tweets.
He probably has me muted too.
He told me he hates BA and Phil, and he does not like to see my tweets.
Yeah. The funniest thing is, so like I've never communicated with him ever, like Twitter or message or nothing. Everything that anytime he's ever communicated, he communicates to Tim, and then Tim tells me because he fucking hates me.
Well, that's how like if anything's going, if me or like the Menzel boys are fucking up, it's only he yells at like me. I get yelled at. So like when anybody's fucking around and I'm like, oh fuck, we're in trouble, it's me who's about to get yelled at, which is funny. Yeah. Because it's usually BA. 100% BA.
So we had some we had some funny stuff lined up for Sacco because then and then the other part came down to it was like economically wise, like me and Tim and like we're sitting there, we're trying to figure it out, and we're like, what the fuck does like, why are we spending $1,000 so that like people who fucking rip us on like YouTube or like fucking Twitter just say we're like out for, whatever. Like, why are we spending all this fucking money? Like fucking with like, we're going to do a bouncy house. We're going to do an adult bouncy house. We're going to do a fucking dunk tank. We're going to do a mechanical bull. We're going to do like a fucking picture thing. And at the same time, like, why isn't the show doing this? Like, why wouldn't Justin be thinking about stuff like that? Like, you know what I mean? Like that's the type of shit that like you want to get the fans.
I'm sure they are, but Kirk will put the kibosh on that immediately.
I know.
I always said Justin, like man on the street stuff, like doing weird little.
I want Riggles doing man on the street.
Yeah,
that's what we've been wanting to do it for a while, but we'll get into it. The other thing
I want to know what's wrong with Vodka. Why is he saying this is a joke? I thought you just hated. I thought he hated Menners. Menners is gone though.
I love Vodka.
I love Vodka. Vodka's so funny.
He's funny.
You know what I love? Like he's like in the gaming world too, and like anyone who knows Vodka in the gaming world just knows him as like a huge like prick to people. like he's like a dickhead to everybody.
Always got to support.
Like he's the troll in the video game world, and I love that he's our little troll.
Killer. I love the man on the street stuff. I think that's what we got to get going. I've been trying to get Wriggles and trying to set up some stuff. We're gonna do something with it.
Yo, Sneaks made those videos for me an hour before the show. Like that's how long it took. You know what I mean? Like it does not take long to make content.
The other thing too is I was been talking to Craig about it, is doing a traveling open mic comedy thing where like we go to like different parts of New England every weekend, like a Friday night or a Thursday night, and pick out open mics and then get like Minifans to sign up and go and friggin' take some video and pound out and then do some of the best and the worst, or like make people get up there who are used to it and say, you can only tell jokes about fucking vagina. Like you can only fucking tell jokes about that. Like make someone uncomfortable up there. You know what I mean? And just take video of it. Like I like that idea. Like doing stuff like that. Like getting out in the world instead of just doing this. Like what we're doing right now. Because we can't. This shit. I'm done with this. Like fucking once COVID's over. Like I want to get out there and do things.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say it was good. It was really good during COVID and stuff to keep it afloat. But then it kind of gets old. But now it's like you said. Like it'd be good because you can turn that into like a 3-minute video.
Right.
It doesn't have to be a fucking 40-minute video.
Correct. You can edit that shit down to the highlights and just bang, bing, bang, boom, and like here's.
Well, like something like that would be better at, like I said, on a social than the YouTube itself. Like the YouTube should just be for shows. I think. I disagree with you there. We're like, just because no one goes to YouTube to watch a 3-minute clip, like I would go on TikTok or I would go on, like that's
You multi-platform, John. You multi-platform.
But until
I'm a multi-platform guy now that I have TikTok, and I literally use it just to watch shit about.
See, even Warden says the people who create all the content are either banned or blocked.
That's true. It's true.
Man,
we can't all ride. Yeah, we can't all ride that line that Warden rides.
He's the
that
best,
like
man.
he is a dark warrior. That's why he can.
So we had a collaboration like for our first episode back, and I'll do it now because we're not going to do it. But when we were going to come back for our second season, we had already known what our second season first episode was going to be for like 4 weeks, because it was going to be the same night that Menners came back live, and we were going to report all of Menners' accounts, get them blocked off Twitter, right? Then we were going to do a whole Menners episode where we killed him, where we said he died, and we were going to eulogize him and like fucking have people like fucking do videos and like eulogy videos and do friggin' and then have like we were trying to get Kirk and Steve to call in, and then Warden was going to do some music like To the Time of Our Life by fucking Green Day with like all this shit. And then like, my favorite I just would have been just cutting to Menace, like sitting in his own studio, like right after his over. It would have been fucking priceless.
I like that. Better than it used to be. Got 2K views average when it started. Yeah, all the YouTube shows did. Mike's shows used to do like what 8,000 views, I would say. Yeah. Now they do like it's just they literally turned everyone against it. So like even a show and like this dude said, and it's gotten way better. It's like but like people aren't entitled to care now because why care? It's not has nothing to do with her.
I don't think about that. I just think about like it's crazy because I wasn't on Twitter before. Like I didn't start till February, so I was late to the Twitter game. But he's right when he says only a minuscule amount of actual listeners are on Twitter, and and then if you take that minuscule amount, then take that amount, and then it's even more minuscule people who actually like care about. That's
okay,
YouTube,
but
like,
here's how you
YouTube.
Look at that. Those minimal amount of those are the most extreme amount of your fans, and then from there, those ones are even the rabid ones. So are you gonna say like, oh, who cares about the little minimum amount of fans when we have all these fans over here? It's kind of like saying, hey, all my biggest fans, go fuck yourself. I don't care if you sit in the front row or the back row. Like, which is fine. You can say that. It's just, but then you can't ask for a YouTube channel with fan generated content. You can't
because it's a minority. Because that's the thing. Because I mean, I have no idea how many listens an episode does this thing get. Like how many listens an episode do you think the KMS gets? I have no idea. Download.
I would say like maybe 30,000.
Okay,
like a week, 30,000 a week.
Okay, so how many days? So 10,000 an episode.
Yeah, I always consider there's 1,000 people out in the Minifan world that are gonna watch any YouTube like that. There are 1,000 hardcore fans.
Right, but I'm just thinking. So they get 10,000. So say they get 10,000 downloads an episode, and say there's only 150 of us, 200 of us that are actually vocal on Twitter. I mean, that's nothing. 20. He's
saying 25,000. Maybe that's for the YouTube, but the
25,000.
I don't know what the YouTubes are. I think YouTubes are getting like 4.8 or 5,000.
But like Kirk's thing, and then like if he talks about a show, it always makes me laugh when like the people who will shit on everybody for doing YouTube shows. Like, you're just in it for the fucking clout. You're just in it for this. You're just in it for that. What fucking clout are we getting? Like by doing a show?
Dude, I said the other day, if I was going to call in and tell people, like, if I get famous because of Kirk, I'll get his name tattooed on my forehead. I promise. Like, because if I'm famous, it's only because of, like, you don't understand. Gig started his show mowing his lawn, listening to Kirk, and decided, hey, I could do a show. We're only getting famous because of Kirk. No shit. We only started this because of him.
Dude, so, my story. I friggin' was doing the stupid fucking shows in my basement, just me by myself. And then Ziggy reached out to me and was like, you need to put this on. You need to put this.
Once COVID's over, I'm going outside. Huge line, print the shirts, Madawaska Rob.
But fucking, what? I was doing shows by myself in the basement. I was getting like 100 people to watch, like my buddies, and like
I respect
bullshit.
that. I respect.
And then Ziggy was like, "Hey man," and one time I threw it on the Minifan Facebook page, like 200 people, and I was like, "Hey, I'm doing this. If you want to take a look." And Ziggy watched it, and Ziggy's like, "You got to get this on the network, man. You think it's good?" So then I'm like, I was always been a fan. So then you try to start thinking about putting content with the shit that I'm doing and like kind of combining it, and that's how I started. I like doing it. It's a fucking hobby. So people get so irrationally mad about it and like irrationally pissed about it. But it's funny to me because
that's why that's why like me and BA have always like we are in it for the clout. Like we love it. We breathe it. We sniff it. We fucking eat it. We judge you on it. We want it. We will take yours. We will give you ours. We love that shit. So like you can't hold that against us because it's what we hold dear. So like you could either take that route, which I'll tell you, it's a terrible route to take because everybody hates us.
I know. See, I'm not that. That's awesome.
But no, like so the difference is like you said the Facebook group, they had the opportunity to stream every YouTube show into their Facebook group, into their Twitter Periscope, into like I do it. Like, what do you like? We don't care if we lose views because one place is on Twitter. We just want the most Minifans possibly to be able to see it, so they have something. Like, there was a point in time where there was a Minifan show on every day, every single day of the week. Maybe 2 a day. Like us and Quantum Week were on the same. We were both on Mondays. Like
I know. I used to watch it. I mean, honestly, I'll be completely honest with you. No one's watched more old friggin' KMS YouTube.
Well, yeah, you used to clip them all
because
the time.
I used to fucking clip them for my show. So like, I used to watch every second of those shows. And the other thing too is, but like Steve and Kirk used to go on those shows like every other week, not every 2 weeks. I mean, it's
Ann Menners brought up the point that there was at that time a flagship. There was a flagship program. So you had Mike and the Minifans. Right. So like, if there was anything big between the little shows, that person would then end up on the show at the end of the week. So like, not only did we have the little shows, we had a show that then highlighted the little shows, or we could bring topics to that. But it's just like, and then Steve Robinson came in and made everybody.
Well, and Warden's right. Kirk reacting to the YouTube show is one of the best parts of the show. It's clearly been missed. Like that episode where he calls you guys about the views.
Oh my God. One of the best episodes ever.
Yeah, but see, this is
like
where
the episodes we were getting canceled. All those episodes are it's some of the most mad he's ever been.
But this is where like I agree with you on that, but also is where people, again, the 150, 200 people that actually know what he's fucking talking about might think that's great, but
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
The other 9,800.
Because guess what? Everybody talks about Kirk like he's this new Stern. Like, guess what? Who cares if you're other fans? It's their job to go out and watch the content you are putting out for them on your fan content. So if they don't want to learn about it, guess what? They're not going to know a part of their show. How big of a fan are you now?
Did you guys used to watch Stern? Did you guys?
I would watch it on E. I would watch it on E. Yeah.
Oh, you're damn right. E was the best, man. That's where I fell in love with Maria Menounos. Oh, fucking. Let's see. I don't even know, but my penis, man, it was fucking chafed over 6 times because of that fucking show on
Maria
Menounos. Late night. Oh, she's my Greek goddess.
We got our boy Francis. I don't know who this is, but a very smart person. The collapse of Mike and the Minifans was the collapse of the network. Can I be selfish real quick?
Sure.
Banning us was bad. Because we made a huge deal out of it, and we made people hate us, and that in turn made people hate the YouTube, and that in turn made Kirk hate the YouTube, and that in turn, like, I'm not going to sit here and say we were not a huge catalyst of it.
Well, also, let's be honest. I mean, like someone was talking about it today in one of the chats that I'm in the threads there. Said, think about last year. Yeah, think about last year, Sacco. I mean, we had the night before Friday. We had the thing. It
was the Triple Crown.
The thing at TJ Hubbard's, but like, remember oh my God, dealing with up there. I mean, I fucking laughed my balls off. I mean, that was one of the funniest episodes, man.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
But those guys, I mean, Tim, TJ, RA,
but they're doing a better job of getting like Chris in the studio. Like they're still doing that.
I know. I mean,
it's like they're just blatantly ignoring. An asset of theirs. Like, one of the coolest parts about your show, Kirk, is that you have fans out there making shows about it. And not only that, there's shows about those shows. You fucking psychopath. Like that shit, like Barstool should be highlighting that, let alone their show. But they just can't because God forbid somebody like, steps too far to Kirk.
Yeah,
that's the bullshit I don't like. Whatever.
Yeah, you know me.
That's why I said I'm gonna get that.
You know me. I'm always
fucking right above my eyebrow if I get famous, dude. Kirk Minahan, that's my set.
I'm always kimping. I was in there one time, man. That was like literally a dream fucking time. You know how much that meant to me, being in that fucking studio and sitting in that seat and fucking producing next to Tim. That was fun.
Oh, Manners is angry.
Manners mad at me.
Manners, VD's fucking body bagging you all over the internet. Are you gonna reply?
Oh Jesus!
How is he body bagging me? He's
I don't know.
Shit. I produced the DM and he's still denying it. The guy's full of shit. He's saying, "Oh, the guy says he has no evidence." VD's just chasing his own tail because he doesn't want to believe the guy he likes, Steve, is actually an asshole. Well, sorry, VD, you're wrong. You know you're wrong. All I said was the messages I got. I've produced one, fucking out there for everyone to see. So, go fuck yourself.
Shout out to Menners who would, if he's about to yell, scream into his camera as if he's getting into your face and completely go past his microphone.
Yeah, I assume
he just got into your face. That was hilarious.
You're the best.
Oh shit.
You're the best.
The best. Listen, we're at an hour 25. I'm gonna put the link out. If anyone wants to join, we're gonna talk here for maybe 10 more minutes and get out of here.
I'm going. I'm very upset. I'm angry. I'm going to be coming in hot on Thursday.
Let's get it. Let's go.
Let's go, baby.
I have a schedule with Dave Cullinane tomorrow to figure out how the fuck I actually do take calls on the show because I have no idea how to do that. So
it's fun. I like that. Oh man,
menace.
But
I'm gonna put this link out here.
What else?
What do you think about the fact that they're not going to be doing any live shows after this other than the Wilbur? Do you think that's true?
Who knows, man?
I don't know. He seems to make proclamations and then fucking get the itch.
I know.
Yeah, I think that's what I was gonna say. I think he's gonna get an itch if he tries that.
The live shows are so good. I mean,
they're so good.
I said like last year in Madawaska, not this past Madawaska. This past Madawaska was my favorite episode of all time. Perfect.
Yo, thank you, Jason from Hanover for this. Kirk tattoo looks great.
It's so good. That Madawaska episode. The first one was one of the best live events I've ever been to. The room was fucking jamming. Like, I mean, when he was singing and shit. Then the second show was my actual favorite Kirk Minahan show of all time. Like when he was ripping on Jay, when he was ripping on Kevin from Bristol, ripping on Ziggy, Sheldon.
Wait, the second Madawaska you're talking about?
I think that's the best.
I didn't like that episode, but it's probably just because I wasn't. It just seems like it was a good live episode.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sitting
because like half of it was Kirk going on a boat and me having.
I was going to say the camera on the boat was.
We never realized how blind a blind person is until that moment where he didn't even know where Kirk was. Right. Mike had, and they had to and they thought that they were going to commentate on it. You dumb shits. Jesus, that's another thing about this show. I don't know if you're allowed to be here for this conversation, Rob, but there are way too many fucking yes men just surrounding Kirk. Like, we need some no's. We need a no in there. And Steve Robinson was not afraid to say no to Kirk. Even if it was over the wrong shit, even if it was something I completely disagreed with, at least Steve said fucking no.
Yeah.
Like, if I was Dave the other day and Kirk said that, I'd be like, what are you talking about? There's Minifans making content out there all the time. Like, I love that.
I mean, you know me, I'm a yes man, so that's not my thing.
Mikey the moon.
I don't think I've ever been on live with Montante before.
Down 14 pounds, 3 weeks. Don't worry about it.
You look good, brother. You look good.
Yeah.
Who's training you, Steve from Providence?
I've been drinking. What was that?
Steve from Providence has been training you?
No, man. I've been drinking fucking 2 gallons of water a day. I don't think it's good for my kidneys, but that's what we're doing.
I drank 3 iced teas today, just really getting ready for that game versus Red.
There you go. That's a good move.
So, Montante, do you want to give a little preview for your show so people can go download the episode?
Oh, I had a good in bed. So I had a good episode. I love talking to VD. I think it's great, but there are.
We can play the fastest minute on here if you want me to.
Oh yeah, you're the one who edits it, so you definitely
I can play it. Go ahead, you can keep talking. I'll get it.
But no, it's so I got the microphone because it was needed, and I was like, usually when I do a microphone because it picks up it really good, but I was like disoriented, so I was had the microphone like I was like on stage like saying like a fucking.
Where are
song.
you recording it now?
Normally in my car.
Yeah, if you have a microphone, don't record in your car.
Well, let the other. So I recorded my room, but I had no room to do it, so I was holding it, and I was burping, and I was like breathing. You could hear every fucking noise that my body was making. If my stomach rumbled, you would have picked up on it.
Yeah.
So Daver was like, dude, like, blah, blah. But it was fun. The VD though, VD did meth for a year.
So did I. I sold Molly for a fucking year. Dude.
You guys should.
You think it was real Molly?
You guys should do a pre.
VD. Don't get me wrong. VD probably did much more than I like. VD is a much wealthier man than me. He probably did much more wild things than me. But I did
meth for a straight year and would sleep like 3 hours for every 72 hours.
Warden, that's on me, and I'll fix it next time. Thank you. I'm gonna play the fastest minute real quick.
Yeah, hammer it.
Yeah.
108, 40. You ready? Good. Favorite ice cream?
Cake batter.
Favorite overall team in sports?
Miami Hurricanes football.
Ooh, we can talk about that later on. Would you rather get a great
Yeah, see, Montanza, you got to tell me if it sounds like that.
John, I have so much trust in you that
I don't have trust in myself. I need people to rewatch what I do. I don't listen to episodes of podcasts. I'm editing. That's how bad I am. So,
by the way, I think he answered that question right. Would you rather have a great hand job or a bad blow job? He said bad blow job. I agree.
Picture thing, and at the same time, I'm like, why isn't the show doing this? Like,
yeah, Rob's getting in the mud down too with old VD.
I said hat in hand, man, hat in hand.
Great hand job.
That's very wrong. Second favorite podcast on Barstool.
Spittin' Chicklets.
Okay.
Way to say second, you fucking pimp.
Inside one of these two, Menners or Steve Robinson?
Manners.
Why?
Because I could really hate fuck him.
In general, that's fine. That's actually great. I can understand that. I would hate fuck Manners like you don't believe. I just feel like a little pig. That little fucking fruitcake he is.
Great, Montante.
Yeah, that's funny as hell, man. That's funny.
What do you got coming up? Anything? Anyone planned?
No, I think we're gonna probably do a show from Maine, I guess. I mean, I dropped one today, so today's Tuesday, so I'm gonna be in Maine come Thursday. So,
are you what's your plans after the show? Like, are you chilling with the boy? Like, are you staying over in Maine?
Yeah, so I'm driving to Rhode Island Thursday. I'm staying at David from Hull's spot. I don't know if it's in.
Is that David from Pawtucket?
Yeah,
he's from Pawtucket, buddy.
Yeah, I don't know if we're going to his house in Maine or Rhode Island.
Okay,
they're both far from me, so whatever it is.
Yeah,
and then we're gonna meet up with Robinson's Rules, I think, and then we rented a Airbnb like 10 minutes from Saco. But you know what's crazy is I used to go to Saco as a kid.
Oh, for real?
My mom's best friend, Kathy, her sister owns a fucking bed and breakfast. And she was like, how many of you guys are going? Like 4. She's like, oh, like we have vacancy this weekend because we thought we were going on vacation. We didn't. So, oh, well, fuck us. But
yeah.
But no, it's just crazy. I'm telling you right now, I've always loved fast food. There's a strip in Saco, I'm telling you, of Burger King, which is gross. So it's not a plus. But Taco Bell, Wendy's, McDonald's, like 10 feet from each other.
Oh yeah, that's what rich people do. The rich people don't want these scattered around the town. Like, let's put them in one little.
It's like a 2-block radius to just fucking fast food row. It's awesome.
Yeah.
That's how Scranton is. Scranton has like 5 different plots around like the city where there's just a McDonald's, a Dunkin', a Burger King, a Wendy's, and not a Taco Bell. Because when I grew up, there was one Taco Bell in Southside, and Southside is like not a good area. Red said I didn't grow up in Harlem, but like South Scranton is bad. and
I think
like
it's
this
where
Taco
Corn
Bell
Pop
got
was from.
closed.
Yeah, Corn Pop was from South Scranton, I believe.
Was he?
He was a bad dude. You know him?
Yeah, it's South Scranton is bad, but there was a Taco Bell down there and it got closed just because of crime around it. The crime around it was so bad.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked when I found out they do was from Lancaster.
Yeah. What's it called? Do you listen to Craig's show, Montante? I think you would like that show.
I listen to him when I drive to New England. I listen to it. I actually called into a show.
I want to call him
I
so
like
bad.
it. It's just I'm not driving as much as I used to. Like when my old job I used to drive like 5 hours a day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. So like now it takes me a couple days to squeak in Kirk show and shit. So I'm like really behind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the worst. That's the worst. Like when you get a nice rotation of your podcast in, and then the whole schedule just gets screwed.
And that's the thing. Like when people who I like, hey, like I just heard that. Like I'm not mad at people for not listening to my shit like routinely because if it's
I
not
edit your
part of
podcast
routine,
and I didn't listen to your show. Like, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Now I
and,
do,
I'm
but
not
like it
offended
takes
whatsoever,
me.
But if you got a job where you're driving 6 hours on the road, and you're not listening. Now I'm offended. But if
Right,
you don't,
yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, that's how I am.
get
Like I don't listen to a lot of stuff, and then I'll like for weeks, and then all of a sudden I'll have a big week where I'm in the car seven hours a day, and
Now you have to add things to the rotation.
Yeah,
I'm
like
pounding
today.
everything out. I'm
Today I
pounding it
drove
out.
to up to see Will, so that's like a 3-hour drive from me, and I listened to Son of a Boy Dad. Fucking good show.
Is that good?
Oh, Johnny's in.
Oh, I am fucking
I was
in,
reading.
dude.
I was actually reading.
I listened to 3 episodes. I listened to the one with Big Cat. I'm still not done with that one, but then I listened to the most recent one and the one before that. That show is fucking.
Is
good.
that what
It makes you
laugh?
No, it's Roan and
Roan and Little Sass, who I thought I hated Little Sass. I listened to the show now. I realize I do hate him as a person, but I would never say I'm
He's
against
funny
this.
as
He
kid.
is fucking. He's a funny kid.
Yeah.
Is Roan entertaining?
Oh yeah. I mean, you have to realize Roan's a battle rapper. Like Roan's probably the most talented person at Barstool. For a long time, he was the most talented person there.
He's big. He's buddies with He's buddies with they do.
Too. When I went to
they're
Rough and
big
Rowdy. I went to a Rough and Rowdy, and when I was walking on the street and I saw Roan, and he was dressed like, dude, he's like 6'4", first of all. He's big.
Is
and
he?
He was, oh yeah, he's like 6'4". I was stunned, but he was dressed like, dude, he was dressed like.
How big are you, Montante? How tall are you?
I'm not very tall at all. 5'10".
Really?
No,
Yeah,
5'10" is not short.
Jesus,
You got 6
I thought
inches
you were
on
like,
Jay.
Yeah, 5'10's like, I'm 5'11".
6 inches on Jay.
Yeah, well, Jay's in here at 5'2", so the bar is pretty low, literally. By the way, what's up with Jay and just beefing with everybody?
He always chirps me, man. I don't fucking.
No, it's what happened. It's the same thing.
I'm like,
He's
nope.
demented.
Oh, you Rob, that fucks with him even more, dude.
Oh, I know. I've only done it I've only responded to him one time, and it was to say that I don't mess with I made a rule not to respond to mentally slow people, and it really I can't do it. I just
let
can't.
him know.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Not wrong.
What happened is I don't like. First of all, I don't like to talk shit on Jay when he's not here, but I will explain what I think happened.
You know he's watching.
Dude. That's fine. It's a good show. I think.
Was he applying for jobs?
No, I'm different than I don't give a fuck Jay's unemployment. I think anyone. I don't
Why-
care if they
why-
write
why
out.
you sending me a text right now
I don't
saying
care if they
that
write
fucking
out that
cares?
unemployment to the last day they can get it. Fuck that. If the government's gonna give you a check, fucking cash it in, baby.
Well, it's either that or build weapons that we just give over to the enemies. So,
Hey, boys, thank you so much for having me on.
See you,
I
Rob.
appreciate it, guys. It's been a pleasure. Later.
But no, I think who was I talking about? Jay. I think it was like a bunch of shit just happened at dude, so many people realize you can't have arguments with people. You just call them lesser person than you, which is tough to hear for somebody.
yeah, that's a tough pill. to
Especially if you're a guy who's in the marijuana industry for 10 years and you have Jay who's now Jay's been really passionate about marijuana for a year now. I think a guy that's been in the industry for 10 years, you would try to use to piggyback off of and back and forth, blah, blah, blah.
One would think. But he watched a documentary once. You forget that?
But here's the deal. You two should respect each other for your each own thing. Jay has passion. This guy has experience, but Jay will treat it like this guy doesn't know what he's talking about because he has a different opinion than me. It's no, he knows what he's talking about. He's an expert. Now,
Yeah, you don't have to agree with
is his opinion different? Yeah, but that doesn't mean he doesn't know anything, Jay. You can't say that. That makes people angry and they don't want to deal with you. That's why no one fucking wants to deal. And it's like, yo, he's not going to change for people. So, and I'm not going to hold that against him.
Yeah,
whatever.
In a weird way, that's kind of the most respect. If you could respect one thing
Like,
about Jay,
I didn't think Jay
really
wasn't going
hard
to
to
show
do.
up for the show today. Like, I didn't go out of my way to troll Jay or anything like more than usual lately. I don't think, other than I've just been pointing out to him the fact that fucking you're being a cunt lately. Like, you're being a cunt.
I
to
love
people.
the most funny thing. I think it was just a throwaway thing that you said. It's true, not making it up. It's like, here is Jay chirping everybody on a show that BA pays for.
Yeah, Jay is on a show right now, chirping us that we don't do anything for the show. He's watching a show that he's supposed to be on, doing a show from an account that BA pays for. I love Jay. I love Jay. So, like I said, I love Jay so much. Like, I don't care if he does a show for one person every day.
Is he gonna be in Maine?
Yeah, he'll be there.
That'll be such a bizarro meet. Meeting
cool
him in person is gonna be.
He was the first Minute fan I met in real life. He was the first one.
Really?
Because like I went to Saco last year. I went to the casino on Thursday night to meet everybody, like Will and Jay and Titan and a couple other people. And Jay was the first person I met up with, because me and Jay got the Minchell Mansion. We were the ones who got it. And Elvis.
Elvis was there?
Elvis was there, and Elvis had his bike there, dude. Elvis left at like 10:30 at night and went for a bike ride and came back at like 2 a.m. He had a helmet on with a light. He's the man.
I mean, I can't picture that, but that's unbelievable.
He's the man.
Is Jay is he like a deer in the headlights in person, or is he like the same idiot?
No,
I think he gets too stoned
in
person.
Yeah, in person. Yeah, that's the thing. Karn was like, because like we were in a rental property and Karn was going to be a PA, so like you can't just be doing drugs out in the open around her. Like, you can't. Like, she can't be around drugs. So whenever she's around, you can't do that. But like, Jay has to be smoking at all times, which she's okay with Bud. Like, she's fine with Bud. But it's just like Jay needs to be standing in a room at all times with either blunts being rolled or like dabs going or blah blah blah. So,
how is this life sustainable for Jay?
Wait, why is Grover or
GB 420?
GB 420 saying you met him?
No, I met Grover.
You did?
No, Jay was begging me to go to his apartment, his parents' house in Massachusetts. I was like,
you wanted to do that too, though. You wanted to show up there.
Oh, no, absolute 0% chance. Because it was not only out of the way, but I had to hang out with Jay.
I wanted Montante to show up there and to take a video of Jay yelling out his window to him.
You suggested that exact thing. You did suggest that exact thing.
I did. I thought that would be fucking hysterical.
Yeah, but then it's like, all right, I just wasted 2 hours of my life out of this. Like,
that's the problem. I mean, that's the problem. Gig wasted like 4 hours out of his life trying to get the right fucking shitting noise in a Lowe's for that show last night. So.
Yeah, but that's right up Gig's alley, though. In his eyes, he's not wasted.
Gig,
if he got the right sound, that's time well spent.
Gig envisions his show like 2 months ago and nails it to perfection. Like that 24 segment. You know how many scenes are in that 24 segment? 40. There's 40 cuts. That's it's 2 minutes long. We had Tony was getting 2 camera angles, then Gig, then the blackness, then the light. Like we had 6 different, like Gig had 6 different camera angles going. Like he made that all by himself. Like I had nothing to do with the 24 segment.
Gig's
and
like,
it is unbelievable.
Mind. He's
unbelievable. He is much more creative than me. Like granted, I'm more technically like savvy right now than Gig, but there will be a point.
There's a balance. That's the good balance.
Well, no, it's just I know how to use Premiere. Like I know how to make Adobe videos. Like Gig didn't, but there's going to be a point where he's going to be able to pass me out in that, and I will be needed for nothing on this show, other than like this show is funny because me and Gig just sit there and like this would be funny here. We put it there, and then we die laughing, and then
you're staying in his spot, right?
Mm-hmm. We got to figure out where we want to party. We want to have to figure out where we're partying after the show.
Yeah, I'll shoot you a text Friday. We're gonna get there like midnight.
Well, Friday's the game. You have to remember. Like me versus Red is Friday.
Yeah, Friday. Aren't you gonna go to the game?
What the fuck are you guys talking about?
1-on-1 game for me versus Red. Are you serious, Montante? You think I've just been posting David and Goliath pictures all day for nothing?
You're heading to the clouds, Montante.
Jay says this is the only thing we talk about. Montante didn't even hear it yet.
No, backyard baseball?
The clip didn't Montante bring up a clip that Jay had out that was talking about us are playing basketball? Grover's like, yes, Montante.
Yeah, John and Red
Grover's
are
very
playing,
against the
so if
basketball
Red
game,
wins,
too. I'm against the basketball game. I hate that I have to do this.
Oh, you guys are playing 1-on-1 basketball?
Yes.
Yeah.
Versus
For the
who?
sake of Jay being allowed on Meeting of the Minds ever again.
Who has to win for him not to be allowed?
Red.
Okay.
Okay. All right, John. Good luck, buddy. I said on Thursday I'm gonna drop the bomb to everybody that Jay's off the show no matter what, and have all Reds fans come to my side.
Yeah, I think that's something that everyone can unify behind.
Yeah, no. I'm fighting for Jay's honor, even though he decided tonight that he shouldn't be on the show that he's supposed to be on. Yeah, and it was probably one of our best shows yet.
He's such a little weirdo. He's a little freak. But I'll shoot you a text mid-Friday. We're staying like 15 minutes out of Saco.
Yeah. Well, Gig's like, I would say like 40 minutes away from Saco. So like
in theory, we could be like 20 minutes apart if it's like the right
yeah,
direction.
yeah, in the right direction. But it's like up there, it's all that like one road brings you from Gig's house to Saco.
Shit, if I knew. I mean, I was up there when I was like a little child. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. But
yeah, like it's one road from Gig's house to Saco.
What do you think? What do you think of the people I'll be sharing a place with? Me, Robinson's Rules, Dave from Hole, and Mima.
Well, the FBI might fucking come pick Robinson's Rules up.
Mima, shout out Mima, had the funniest name for Jay's haircut, the bankrupt Bieber.
Yeah, the bankrupt Bieber.
That's
fucking hysterical. I like Robinson Rose, so I hate Robinson Rose because he hates me, but I like Mima. I like Mima.
Hey,
a lot.
Robinson Rules like hates like 98% of the GVA people.
No, he actually hates me. Like he used to come into the show comments and just be like, "There's something about John's face that I want to squeeze out of his soul."
Robinson Rules buys fucking.
It's legit.
Robinson Rules buys fucking undergarments from fucking Just Ducky by the pound.
Listen, I like him so much because he texted me today. He's like, "Hey," he's like, "I hope you had a good show with VD, but I'll never listen to it." I was like, "Hey,
VD isn't VD isn't part of GV.
VD's his own man.
I know, but he just hates people. You gotta respect it and love it."
That's 100%. But you have to understand why I hate him for it. Like, if you're gonna hate me, I'm gonna hate you. Yeah, I'm gonna hate you back, baby. One of my favorite parts of this world is mutual hate. Some of my some of my best friends are because we mutually hate each other.
I love
Jay.
I ironically love it. Oh, it's a beautiful thing. But all right,
we got our comment guy, Poodle Dick. How's it going?
Oh Christ, Poodle Dick's here.
What's up, guys? Oh, what up, my time?
Pussy?
No,
I was gonna say this relationship seems to be in trouble.
What?
Why? What happened? Poodle get the vaccine or something?
No, I don't know, man. I've been thinking about it just because, like, I'm going to a bunch of concerts. They have all these rules, and it's like,
yeah, that's exactly what's gonna happen. That's the only reason I got it. Is it's just fucking.
You could still be against the vaccine and have the vaccine.
Yeah,
like you're just against the fact that they're making people get it.
That's fake news. Fake news.
That's not how that's fake news. That's an opinion. It's an opinion.
Oh, that's fake news.
Yeah, I'm talking. You're a fucking retard. Why wouldn't you just get the vaccine and not have to fucking worry about not being able to go to shit?
What I said to you. This is exactly why I said it to you.
Yeah, no, I understand. I need.
You see that plate? That plate's got fucking worse shit in it than the vaccine does, and I'll snort that up all night.
Because just the argument of, oh, I'll just get the vaccine because it's easier. Shout out Rosa Parks. It would have been easier if a sit her black ass.
Oh, fuck off, Rosa.
Okay, well, we'll just sit for something. No,
Montante, listen, I literally know how I just said to Poodle, like, a good point to actually stand up for you, and then you said it was fake news because I don't think you heard the whole thing. When you said that, like the Rosa Parks thing, it made me think, like, actually, that's true. Like, even if you disagree with this guy 100%, there's still got to be the one fucking guy. Like, at that point in time, they did not want black people at the front of the bus. It was all of our opinion. And if it wasn't for those people, like, so I will give you that. Yeah, we'll give you that. They should never be allowed to tell us we have to do something. But
That's what I'm saying.
if
And
you
when-
do
and
want
when
to
we're
go,
like, hey,
if you want to go to concerts and stuff, you're just gonna have to deal with the fact that our civilization is to the point where they're making you have to have it. Now they're not. It's not legally you have to have it, but if you want to go do stuff, it's.
No, I get it.
It
Well,
can,
it's 'cause it's private
now. Remember,
business.
you can easily fake it. You could just fake it. Just fake it.
Well,
yeah, but a
speaking of faking
husband, not a husband, a father and son faked it, legit cards like I have, and they got caught trying to board a plane because they weren't in the system.
point,
They ran to
Vodka.
check them, and they're facing 6 to 10 years of federal prison.
Yeah, but
that's
concerts
tough.
are. I was looking up online, and concerts they're just checking it out.
That's what I mean.
You
They
know-
can't like kick you out for not having it. They can make you wear a
It's
mask
not like
though.
they're typing
But I got news
anything
for you.
in.
I got news for you. For now,
Yes.
Yeah, but yeah, like
what's the
that's
next
like
step?
you have to understand how much power it takes to be able to like implement something like that. You know,
Well, we now have a
now, I mean, they did do it to the military, so that's scary. I mean, don't get me wrong; these Democrats are the most corrupt people in the world, but that's because these are
They
fucking
are
Bush's
what they-
people.
they
Bush's
are-
people
No.
trickled over into
They
Obama.
are what they claim Trump was.
Trump wasn't any of. Trump is not corrupt.
No, Trump
He-
was a fascist. He's a fascist. Okay, was he? Because what are you guys doing right now? Cancel rent, get this, or
I
else.
love is fascism doing
But
whatever you
Montante,
want to do.
The
I don't know what
Republicans are
fascism
pushing it too. All these politicians are basically pushing the vaccine.
Yeah, but there's a difference
They
between
would
pushing
major-
it and you should honestly get it, or that's fine. But get it or else. That's where you lose.
Okay,
That's
okay,
bad. That's
okay.
bad.
No,
Yeah, no, you
that's
don't.
where
You
you
don't
lose.
fret.
That's where. If you get out, even Trump today was on hand. He goes, "I believe in the vaccine. I love the vaccine. You should get the vaccine, but that's my opinion. You have yours. That's it. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
They're
Do
in
you think-
California now. Get the vaccine, or you can't go grocery shopping. It's like, okay, that's crazy.
Faka said he tried to go get the vaccine because they're making military guys, I guess, and that they were late for his appointment. So he said he just left. He's out on the vaccine. I stand with you, Vaca. People don't make Vaca wait. That's the fucking end line.
That's fair. That's fair.
That is bullshit.
Poodle, what do you think about these two scrapping VD and fucking Menners?
I don't know. I'm kind of like I haven't really been paying attention.
I thought you
Very
were
good. Yo, listen to me. Very good answer.
really haven't.
That's the perfect comic guy answer. You got to stay out of that muck. You got to just worry about the chat. That's all all you're worried about is those fucking comments, baby. Fuck those two fighting.
Is
gonna be
Poodle transitioning over to Menner's Live?
Well, he's the comic guy for
I
Menners
don't
Live.
know.
Oh.
Well, I mean, it's already
Yeah, I
been.
don't-
career move.
I don't know if it's been said. I think Menners has announced that though, right? Or are you not? Are you thinking about not doing it?
Today's a different day than tomorrow. So
I like that. I like that lifestyle, baby. I like that lifestyle. No one's gonna
There
sign
might
me
be
to
news
anything.
come out tomorrow. There might not be news coming out tomorrow.
What is it? Nuke season?
No nuke season. So
Okay.
Montante, you're going to Sacco 100%.
1,000%. I'm leaving. I took off work 2 months ago for it.
You guys are going up. You guys are
I'll
going
be
up
in Rhode
Friday?
Island Thursday night. I'll be in the state of Maine. I would say by noon on Friday.
And the basketball game's on Friday.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Are you going up Friday?
I don't know yet. I don't know what I'm doing for it. If anything,
Yeah.
I'm going up early Saturday, and then just gonna head home.
Poodle,
I'm
where
only
you
like
staying?
2 hours away.
How far? Yeah, zero and 2 hours.
I'm only like 2 hours away, but I don't.
Oh, so you're just
I
gonna
don't- I
drive
don't
up
really
on
think it's
Saturday?
fun. I might. I mean, it depends. Like what?
I mean, there will
What's
be
going on,
somewhere
but
for you to
as-
stay. You know what I mean? We're going to be partying after.
I
Yeah.
want to do something.
No.
My big is not even going out. I want to do something Friday night.
Well, here's the thing. The game's at Old Orchard Beach, right? So Red said there's like a little spot around there where there's a bunch of bars we could bop around at. And it's right on the beach.
Friday night.
Yeah. Which Poodle? If it's just you, like I'm staying at Gig's cabin. If you want, you could clearly stay in the cabin with me. It's just you.
No, I got you.
You know, there will be somewhere for you to stay. I got a cut on my fucking elbow, man, just from literally putting my elbow on this chair.
But Poodle, don't worry, Jay will put you up.
Yeah, what's Jay?
I don't
where's
think Jay has a plan yet.
You don't have to say yet.
Well, here's the deal. Like I made our Jay did pay for help me pay for the thing last year, but like I had to do all the stuff for it.
That's when the government was giving them stimmies out.
They still are.
Those stimmy
I will say, I asked Jay the other day, I'm like, what are you doing? And Jay's been texting me, and I've been either not getting a response or getting a response 5 hours later or 6 hours later, 7, whatnot. So I
would
asked
love
him,
if we had the capability to set up a camera on Jay for just 72 hours. What's a day in the life? What is that kid doing?
Yeah, that's 3 days in the life, but okay.
I know. I'm saying, because I don't want to just be one day and be like, oh, that was just a weird day. I want to see 3 days and like.
So I always say if you want to get into a show, you got to watch the first 3 episodes. So I get what you mean.
Bang.
No.
Bang.
What is that kid doing? Just smoking.
He's my
weed?
guy. He's my guy. He gets to do whatever he wants to do. He's sponsored by one of the biggest corporations in the world, and that's called the American government.
No. I'm glad you said that. What the fuck is up with this black football player? I think in Texas. What is happening there?
I don't know. We got our whoa. GB's
black
got a
child
football player. Let's settle down. We got a pipeline here.
That's our pipeline guy, dude. That's our pipeline guy, dude. We can't talk. We're not contractually allowed to talk about him this episode. Just kidding.
am I even old enough to watch that?
That dude's dad, that kid's dad is out here on Twitter making videos and shit like that, acting like it's his son's account.
How weird is that? How weird is that? He's making like
highlight videos and shit of his son and shit. Is that weird to you?
No.
So he's in GVE now?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I think like the team he plays for is called GVE. So I was looking for a tweet and I put it in the search bar.
Yep.
And then I retweeted and said, we are GVE. And then he commented on it and said, we are GVE. So officially he is.
And then the retweet started.
If contractually he's in at that point, you understand? So our hands are tied here. Our hands are tied. Age has no bounds.
One of the more wild things is, so I'm a huge Clemson football fan. And one of the tweets that said, we are GVE. Grayson High School is a pipeline for Clemson recruiting. And they even hired the Grayson High School head coach, is now a coach at Clemson. And I think that's the town that the kid grows up in. So he's like going to watch Grayson play so-and-so. We are GVE. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
That's
I got
great.
Dabo's phone number.
Yeah, he probably does.
I was just talking to this with somebody. I was talking to Will about it today. I was at a Kanye concert once, and my cousin, obviously, I've said it 1,000 times, was Matt McGloin, but he had another kid on his high school team who was going to either. He was a Penn State quarterback. And he's the worst, dude. He's the worst person in the world. He played for the Raiders. He stinks.
Yeah, he did.
He's the worst person in the world. Dude, there was another kid on his team in high school. His name was Eric Schreiber, but he was getting recruited by either Notre Dame or I think it was Clemson. And he had Charlie Weiss's number, and we were at a Kanye concert, and we called him, and he talked to us for like 15 minutes. It was fucking awesome. It was awesome. He was like, yeah, dude, I have Charlie Weiss's number right now. And this kid I was like, fucking call him. He's like, really? You think I should? Called him. It was the wildest thing in the world. And like, Charlie Weiss is like, what's up, buddy? Having fun at the concert? Like, it was
Charlie Weiss
awesome,
is the man.
Dude. Charlie Weiss.
Fat legend. You got paid.
Yeah. We're almost at 2 hours here.
One last question.
Yeah, Poodle, I was going to say, do you have anything? Because you just got on.
I just have a question. Where's the cute Canadian kid?
I know, dude. I say the same thing every day.
He's on a fucking balcony somewhere.
Yo, know what he told me today? He's getting it.
He's gay?
He's getting it. He's been getting it in.
He's
been getting it. Well, I don't know. Maybe. I'm not going to say. It's not there's anything wrong with that, but
he might be crossing swords.
He's been dragging
I know that Montante burns
Ontario.
people at this fucking stake for that, but not me.
Yeah.
Not me. I don't judge.
Well, I do.
I know you do. So Poodle, I miss him just as much as you. That's the real answer. And I think everything changed after the day he freaked out on you, because I think he feels bad.
Can I? Oh, that was a bizarro thing.
It was so bizarro. It was so bizarro.
I get one last word in?
He's like, you hate my mom's sister's shit. Like I don't want to say it because I don't want this to happen. But
yeah, no, I remember. I remember texting. Can I say one thing real quick?
Go ahead.
So, David from Pentucket, the fucking call himself now. He was like, he put out such a bad feeler. He was like, dude. He tweeted about it. Then he called me. He's like, you're like, why does your mind go to KKK references? And I was like, gee. He tweeted it out. I was like, Jesus Christ. But I explained to him. I said, Dave. I said, my sister. Jesus Christ, this is about to sound. My girlfriend's brother
this is getting weird.
Was like, why do you like Dave Chappelle? I know he's like, why do you like Dave Chappelle? And I showed him Wayne Brady, and I showed him what's his name? Clayton Bigsby.
Yeah.
3 hours before recording. Yeah. The fact that his initial thought as a friend of mine was like,
the black white
supremacist. Go to KKK analogies, and I was like, well, that's
the best in that scene when Neil's head blows up. When they pull his hood off and Neil's like the guy who makes the show, Neil, whatever his last name is, his head just explodes. When he's at the
gas station.
We can't say
there's blank here. Where? Get him!
Arabs, they stink.
Yep,
I hate them. Breathing up all the white man's air.
White power.
White power.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave before I get canceled. All right.
Yeah, that's all right, Poodle. You already have Augustus as your picture. You're gonna get canceled soon enough. Montante, thanks for showing up. This has been the John from Scranton show.
I'll see you text Friday afternoon. Hopefully, we're not like
Montante. We'll see each other no matter what. But you better be at come to the basketball game. It's gonna be like a huge. Yeah, it's gonna be a huge drinking fest and shit. Like I don't know.
What are you guys playing the 21?
He said 21, but like we're going by 1, and it's like I want to play to 11. It's just a 1-on-1 game. 21's a lot of points.
If you don't, 21's not a lot of points if you guys are like good.
Well, we're both good. I'm not in shape though, so it's going to get terrible. It's going to get bad if we play to 21.
I'm saying high school because you guys maybe score.
No, Montante. I'm very, very good at basketball.
Who are you playing?
Very good. Red, but he's tall. So like if he's very good at basketball and he has a good shot or something, there's not much I'm going to be able to do. But I'm going to trash him. He's much older than me. I think he's like 35. I'm 31.
We'll see, but I'll see you text Thursday anyway when I get up there and see where you guys are staying, and we'll link up regardless.
Perfect. I'm gonna play. The what's it called video. They'll take us out of here, but I'll talk to you later, Montante. I'm gonna play the sneakers video. This is our new segment. If anyone's here that didn't see it,
later, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for another edition of Blind Mike Sneakers reads Jay's tweets.
Blind Mike Sneakers here, reading Jay Mayhem's tweets. The honey was real. JFS power trips are cute. This is good versus evil. He in love with the cocoa. Late as usual, bub. Hold that power trip strong. Jen Royal says taking meatballs off the menu, and Mark D'Amico ain't having it. Completely disagree. Not full enough. Penile. Guided, gotcha. Sheldon is an elite caller. Full with these half-ass comparisons. Cause Rob's an idiot and blocked me again. So I got kicked out of the 14. Again after in was added again last night. Guy does not get it. Not even close. It's been a weird day. Where was my lunch hour talk today? Rest in peace, Cheddar. Just muted stuff to do with the case, season 2. I'll wait for Kirk to figure it out. Get a vape. Pop's gonna quit before you on phase 3 with him. Emergency beef. The tweet from her big account was obviously necessary. What's your motivation?
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another presentation of Blind Mike Sneakers reads Jay's tweets. Presented by BBE.